Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 134 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of December 28th, 2019.
Whoop.
I am your dispatcher, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, my engineers this week are Jacob Durbin and Nick Christensen, and our fireman is TJ Sakoshiko. And our brakeman this week is Eric Maurer, returning as he always does when he's allowed to.
When I'm allowed to, and only when I am allowed to.
Yes.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives when he precisely means to.
Mm-hmm. And right on schedule, the train will terminate at this station.
At the station. And here we have the wild spaceship in its natural habitat.
I'll take it, but we're in a menu.
God damn.
There's a spaceship in the background somewhere. Anyway, first segment, class of mental responsibility. It's got shaken up again because because CSX, who was the holder, derailed 3 times between the last podcast and this podcast. And we will get to who it falls to after this. The first derailment was actually CSX. Coming on the 4th, which was like right after we made the last podcast. Although we didn't actually get the... Oh wait, no, sorry. This happened on the 15th? I just wrote the thing down wrong. Oh, I know what happened. It happened on the 14th and I forgot the 1. Idiots. So yeah. That happened on the 14th, though we did have an earlier one. A person was struck and killed in an accident involving a CSX train. I assume they hit a vehicle? Oh no, that was an employee. Oh, that's right. I remember now. It doesn't say what happened, but it was a person struck and killed by a train, and it was a CSX employee.
Yeah.
Anyway, a few days before that, on December 9th, there was an accident that we have a Trains Magazine article on. Hazardous Materials crews respond to CP derailment and fire in Saskatchewan.
Ooh.
Which, this was kind of fun. CP emergency response and hazmat crews deployed to the scene. It was a crude oil train that crashed and exploded, because that happens. We actually haven't been able to talk about one of those in a while, but that is like the scenario that people are always concerned about. So there you go. It happened. A couple days later, Canadian National derailed for the first time during this stretch, and it was on the southwest side of Detroit, and there was another hazmat response there, but thankfully there was no danger because there weren't any leakages or fires or anything. And also the cars were empty. They just contained residue of hazardous materials. So that's good. And the other cars were full of automobiles. So that's expensive.
They were full of cars.
Yeah, they were cars full of cars. On the 21st, CSX derailed again. This was in Harper's Ferry, destroying a bridge, including the walkway for the Appalachian Trail. So, yeah.
That's a fender bender.
That was rough.
A bit more than a fender bender, Chief.
Yeah,
okay.
That was a bridge bender. Thankfully, there was nobody on the walking bridge when it was brought down by the falling train.
Yeah.
And thankfully, also, this was not in the way of any Amtrak trains, because they say it could take days to fix.
Yeah, I'd imagine it will.
And literally the next day, they did it again, but worse. This time, not on a bridge, but piled up in front of, like, a grain silo or something. There was a real pile of cars. Like, a real pile. And, let's see, is there any... no notes on... Oh, 10 cars from an idle train derailed. Oh, 8... Okay, so there was a collision. 10 cars from an idling train and 8 cars from a moving train. Most was empty at the time of the crash. No one was injured. But, man, did they make a pile. So CSX has positively booted themselves out of contention for the mantle for a little while. And CN decided that they didn't want it either. After derailing the first time, they came back for seconds on the 26th, and they derailed a train. They derailed about 30 cars of potash, however you pronounce that, and that's it. So it wasn't, like, dangerous, but it was a big mess. Union Pacific on the same day derailed a train in Carbon County. That's west of Medicine Bow. Mixed freight, 21 cars jumped the tracks, no hazardous materials, but a significant mess. So, real messy, one big fiery explosion, and anyone want to take guesses on who's getting the mantle back? I assure you you'll be correct.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
New Mexico.
No.
We'll talk about Mexico later.
Oh yeah, we have two things from KCS de Mexico. One is cool, and the other one's kind of like, oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, what have we all been doing the past couple of weeks?
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah?
Getting the bread.
Being
I'll
sick.
Guess I'll take it here. Okay. So in the last month or so, since I've been on, gotten a lot of modeling done. Let's see here. Let me find the picture, but did I not? Okay. Well, I finished. Finished, except it just needs weathered.
Why are you saying it like that?
What?
Have you been talking to Chris too much? It needs weathered. Big shame.
It really does need weathered.
Disappointment!
No, he's been talking to me.
Anyway.
Oh, it's sending twice. Well, the picture's sending, but I finished up my model of a Hocking Valley 080, number 107.
Nice.
Runs really good, and despite having to pay like $100-something for a donor engine because I broke the original one.
Nice.
Yeah. That wasn't fun.
Yeah, that's what you might call unfortunate.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
I got
but
a
there's
couple...
that.
Ooh, it's chunk.
Chunk.
I got a couple donations myself. Like, I was the
Same.
recipient of
Yeah.
donor coaches for Lee. There was some
I adopted
old B&M coaches that were coming off of a layout that was being disassembled, and they were like, here you go.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take these.
That's
Yeah.
us. I done pictures of my new donations, but I think I have a UP sheep of some kind, I think 38, and a passenger various freight cars.
I too
Yeah.
don't have a picture, so don't feel bad. What else did you do, Jader?
Gotta pull up the picture, but so my friend's grandfather had his layout for like 40, 50 years, and in the past 3 or so years he's torn it down, and just getting too old for it. Too much of them. Well, he had a crazy number of buildings on it, all scratch built. Like I think around 800. And then probably 1,000, including stuff on the shelves and all that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and over the past few years, he's been selling them, and selling them to local hobby shops, selling them to friends, selling them to me and my friend, Yeah,
That's awesome.
but there's still a lot of buildings left, and his grandma basically just wants them gone at this point.
Get him out of the building.
Yeah, get the buildings out of the building.
No more
But-
buildings inside buildings. This isn't the TARDIS after all.
I mean, this is the layout that I got the coaches off of was also a really, really extensive and beautiful layout with a lot of handcrafted stuff. And the guy who owned it, Cliff Catino, passed away, and so it's been completely
Ooh.
dismantled
That
and
sucks.
ported out and sold and whatever. Also, total sidebar, does anyone remember that New York Central 060 that had the car roll into it and
Yeah.
smushed it into a building?
Yeah.
It's
Crunch.
it's looking kind
Uh-oh.
of rough these days. They had to cut the pilot off.
Ooh. It's sad.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Why'd they? Ooh. Someone go save that engine.
yeah.
Uh,
Also, it doesn't have a tender anymore
Oh, go
Because-
save. Go find
Right.
its tender.
because the tender was smashed into the building.
Oh.
oof.
but these are all
Okay,
the buildings.
don't worry. The
that-
tender is a little better. Apparently, the
okay.
tender was refurbished and is just in a different place right now, and that place
Oh,
is
okay.
not like away on a farm.
Well, that's good, but still.
Yeah.
It's a steam place.
But yeah, these are the 16 buildings that I adopted.
Oh, those
are
awesome.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
are.
they're really, really nice. And I've used, I think, maybe 11 of them because I just don't have room for all of them. And then I've been making progress, getting those added to the layout, and then doing the scenery in the town where they are, and it's really starting to come together. I painted the track last week. Yeah, I painted the track last week, and it really made a difference. I haven't spot painted all the, I'm going to go through and spot paint all the ties, randomly paint them lighter and darker and all that. But it really makes a difference.
Here's your buildings. They're neat. I like that mine.
Thanks. Yeah, that's getting its, not really its own section of the layout, but it kind of, it's kind of getting its own section. With a little, like with its own little switching area around it. Yeah, I painted the track, and I painted the track and part of the layout, and it looks, even just the flat brown, it looks really good.
It does look good.
And then I got some ground throws, like little switch stands for Christmas, and I've been spending the past couple of days putting those in.
Oh, yeah, this is
And
definitely
I-
coming along.
Yeah, it's really coming together.
Nice 4-track mainline, I approve.
See, it's not
Don't
all
ruin it.
mainline though.
Don't ruin it.
The track on the far right is the main line, and it's just sightings.
How dare you?
You ruined it.
You ruined it.
I have no room for a 4-track main line.
Why stop at 4 when you can have an 8-track main line?
Yeah.
I have no
That's
room
me in
for,
OpenTTD.
Yeah, I was about to say, me in Transport Fever. Or Locomotion.
I barely have room for a 2-track main line.
Yeah.
2 tracks, that's not good enough.
The Roland be like, what's a 2-track mainline?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been up to modeling wise. Who else has done some modeling?
I mean,
I've done some virtual model railroading in train.
you
we all
mean fake
have.
model
On my
railroading?
module. You know what?
I gave the people what they asked for.
Yeah. So here's some shots on my module. I managed to get all the basic scenery done between Lake City and or Winter Park and Lake City. So, and then on the next section, I also got basic scenery done. But been making steady workout. So, yeah. And I added a snow shed because there's a little bit of a hill behind it. So I figured, oh, so the same place that I could smack a snow shed down. This would be the area.
Snow shed, more like bro shed.
Bro shed.
Isn't that supposed to be up against a hill?
Yeah, wait.
You can kind of have them away from the hill, but okay.
I don't think that's how snow sheds work.
Is this your module or the horseman route?
This ain't the horseman route.
Okay.
Although the two do look similar.
This is his mega module.
Yeah.
Can you send out your version of the horseman route? I want to play with it.
Okay.
Well, finish it first, then send it out.
Yeah.
Or just send it out. I don't care.
I know. It's been on the back burner for a little bit, but
I know the feeling.
For example, as has my main route.
Yeah, because you decided to make a module the size of the planet Earth.
Yeah, or my main route.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh well, indeed. I want to pull up some pictures of Cliff's layout, but I can't find them right now. I have also done work in the virtual realm. I haven't been able to work on the modular lately, even though I do want more modules. I always want more modules. Give me more modules. But I took some time off for Christmas time, and now I'm back, working my couple hours a week on Tolbrand, but I've actually gotten a significant distance closer during the past episode because I had one of those tree planting episodes right alongside Mr. Beast, and I have gotten basically up to Lionhead with scenery along the VMR, which is a huge achievement because it means I have basically one set piece left, and then I'm in the valley doing the main scenery. And that's
in the valley.
And that's the end of this section. I'm not even going to build Doe Cliff. I'll leave that alone for next time. But the fact that I've made it to Lionhead means that the entirety of one of the trains that I would like to do, one of the sections that I'd like to make, is all scenic already.
Awesome.
So
Yeehaw.
I would love to, part of me really wants to just take a breather and then make that and put it out. But I also, I'm not sure if I want to spend that much time doing that right now when I've got too many other pursuits in trains, including, of course, the modular and doing the reviews on the modular. Like Milky's module that I have not done yet.
Oof.
So, I'm looking forward to it anyway. So, I haven't done much else aside from a little adventure with Dean and TJ, because Dean came up my way. But I would save at least some of that to next time we get him on the show. But I'll save the Essex parts, because that's something that he and I specifically did. But TJ, you and I took him up to the main narrow gauge.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was really fun.
Saturday afternoon/evening. And yeah, that was actually a blast. The thing that was really fun was watching Dean get excited about snow on the ground and have to stop to play in it and just pick it up.
Stop, pick a ball up, make a ball, and then throw it and go hee hee, and then keep walking.
It was awesome. I was like, you're the kind of person that we need in New England. But yeah, that was really fun because, not just because of that, and not just because he was surrounded by dogs holding a giant stick.
Oh no.
No, seriously. we were walking back from seeing the train come by. We're walking back towards the car. We walk along this beach, and there's a fence and then a drop-off to the beach. And in the beach, or on the beach, rather, are maybe a dozen dogs. Like, all good-sized dogs, too. And this one picks up this giant piece of driftwood and walks over to the bottom of the drop-off next to the fence and looks up at us and just puts the stick on the ground.
Oh.
And is, looking at us, and we're like, we can't do anything from here. I'm sorry. And so we decided to walk around and go down into the beach, and then it became this, there's a giant stick, there's a lot of dogs. Who were the dogs taking the stick to throw the stick?
Yeah.
And when it was Dean, I have this amazing picture in my head of Dean. He's holding his phone in one hand. He's holding the stick in the other hand, which again, this is not a stick. This is a small log.
It's like a branch.
Yeah. And he's got 6 dogs surrounding him, barking at him, getting excited. Every time he turns left or right, they go to run for it. But he's not throwing it.
Why didn't he throw it?
He was
wouldn't.
He was getting nervous and he didn't want to hit them with it because he would throw it and then they would try to run for it and sometimes almost end up underneath it.
Ooh.
Oh.
But nobody ever managed to get hit by it. TJ, you really flung that thing a couple times.
Yeah. Well, it was easy to throw it if you knew the dog was smart enough to get out of the way.
I know, he kept getting in his own head about it too. I got a little nervous when I had it, and it's definitely overwhelming when there are 6 dogs staring at you oh, throw it. But it also didn't help that he was holding his phone with his other hand.
Yeah, I don't really think that would help.
He was trying to video it.
Awesome,
he put out a video, a cut of all funny stuff that happened on his trip.
I still need to make the freaking blooper reel from Promontory.
To be fair, the blooper reel of Promontory is a lot longer.
Yeah.
That's true. It's about a week's worth of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's lots of talking like a pirate.
Yeah.
There was almost no talking like a pirate on this trip.
That's disappointing. Wait a minute. Was there... Hold on.
There was a lot of quoting by my Volvo, though.
Good.
Because we took the wagon up to Maine.
Yeah.
What the heck else? Yeah, and the other thing was, we ended up driving back to downtown Portland where the line ends after the train went by the second time, after the Polar Express ran the second time. And we pull into the parking lot, the train pulls in front of us, and TJ, you had pointed out that the woman on the back of the caboose was somebody that we were acquainted with because we would run into her at the Big E and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, maybe she remembers us. And so I walked up to the train as they're offloading passengers. And there's all the kids getting off the train. They have their bells. And she's helping the kids down off the caboose because she's working on the caboose. And I just sort of come up from the other direction, and I'm like, oh, how cute, everyone has their bell. And she wheels around, and she's like, funny seeing you here. And so we chit-chat a little bit, and I'm like, I've got a friend from Tennessee who's come up here because he's never seen 2-foot before, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, I know we're booked up, but if we have a little bit of space, maybe I can squeeze you guys on. And I was like, cool, I'll be over there in the warmth. And she's like, all right, I have to load the 350, which is the car with the handicap door. But I'll be back. And so then she got us on the train. And we get to listen to the story of the Polar Express.
No ticket.
And we got, no ticket. I got cookies, and they got Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate. Because Dunkin' Donuts is a sponsor of the Polar Express.
Of course they are.
That's the most New England.
Also, AAA is a sponsor of the Polar Express. They had big posters hanging on the sides of the passenger cars.
Who isn't a sponsor of the Polar Express?
I mean, Union Pacific sure wasn't.
No, I mean,
Wait, who canceled the Toys for Tots train? CP?
Amtrak.
Oh, Amtrak. Well, yeah, they
I
definitely
thought there
are.
was NS.
Was it Terminus?
Mr. Anderson.
No, it was Amtrak.
I mean,
I
Amtrak
know
just didn't provide the
Amtrak did.
insurance. But anyone could have done that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know. We'll discuss that another day.
it's funny because we got to ride on a genuine licensed Polar Express, and then the other one that we saw, which was the Essex one, is not a genuine licensed Polar Express. It is a North
It's
Pole
the
Express.
North Pole Express.
Yeah, and they've got giant magnets on the tenders, or at least on some of them. There are like tenders that one side is the magnet and the other side is normal.
If we ever did a Christmas train at the museum, we'd probably have a North Pole Express.
Yeah, the unlicensed version.
Yep.
It's cheaper that way. But, I mean, we don't know what it included. That's what we didn't get to ask. TJ, remember we were like, does it include, like, the voiceover?
Yeah.
You know, when you do that? We should have asked. We forgot to ask. Because they had the whole voiceover over the train speakers of, like, the whole story being read out loud. And I was like, wow, I've never heard this before. I don't know this story. Just kidding. I did. But anyway.
So he says.
Anyway, yeah. Did I talk about... Was anybody here last time for me to talk about the AEM-7s?
I wasn't.
The MBTA... So I got rumors from Graham, and then I got further rumors. So yeah, last time I did talk about rumors from Graham, which was that the MBTA bought like 15 AEM-7s from Amtrak. But what happened is they didn't buy them, they were trying to contract them from Amtrak, where Amtrak would do the maintenance work on them, and Amtrak was like, we're not going to do that. And so,
No.
and so the MBTA was like, okay, then we don't want them. So they got to Rhode Island, and they just went into the yard in Quonset at Davisville, and they're just going to be unceremoniously scrapped in the near future.
Aw.
And
That sucks.
they've decided to rent some ACS 64s instead. I guess. Yeah, thanks.
Wow, MBTA.
Rest in peace, toasters.
Yeah.
Yeah, MBTA is like, oh, we don't want to pay for the maintenance. It's like, guys.
It's kind of like the Timken engine when it blew up on the Northern Pacific. It's like, we don't want to pay for this, it's not ours.
We're not fixing that.
And then they wind up buying it.
Yeah, we're not fixing that. Oh, but you will.
Yeah.
So. Oh, did anyone do anything else? I think I've covered pretty much anything. I was happy to take Dean around, but I'd like to talk about it more when he's actually here, because he was actually super enthusiastic about the whole thing.
I haven't talked about the Matapoised modular thing.
Ooh.
Okay, so for my okay, I'll start from the beginning. So
In the
about a
beginning,
week ago,
the universe was
Yeah,
created.
And most
This is-
would believe that this was a bad idea.
Yeah, no,
It
this
was
has made a lot of people very angry and is widely regarded as a bad move. And then Jader created the Matapoised. Right, Jader?
not quite. Okay, so
Not quite? Okay.
about a week ago, I went to go work on my module that I've been working on for the past probably 2 months. And Trains decided to corrupted it, so now it doesn't work. Like it's just gone. Yeah. So I started thinking, okay, what can I build as a module? You know, I want to do something that. At first, I was like, okay, I want to do something that has a prototype. So my first thought, okay, I'll just make the NS and CSX lines in the museum that go past, my work and everything. But then I decided to not do that. So I decided to do the CNN division or the Panhandle going east side of Columbus, and that would definitely it would have worked, and I was making good progress on it, but I think I just bit off more than I could chew with it.
We all understand that one.
Yeah, so I kind of put that down. I might pick that up eventually. So then I was thinking, wait, I already have like I want to try to use a route that I already made. And the Mattapoisett is the closest thing that I have to a finished route. Like, it's the closest thing I have to a finished route.
And it's nice.
Nice.
So what I did was, I went through, I watched the route review Ellis made probably at least 3 times in the past week, taking in all the suggestions. And I went through, spruced up the scenery, got rid of most of the, like, the weird grass where it's like the weird, like, square grass.
Yeah.
I got rid of most of it. Yeah, I got rid of most of it. And then I used the PBR grass to blend the rest of it.
Ah, nice. I was just about ready to ask if you were going to use that.
Is that's the grass that's on the layers, right?
Yeah.
Oh. That
Gotta
won't come
upgrade.
through when you merge routes.
Wait, what?
It doesn't survive the merge.
Oh. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been going through, updating the route, adding portals at each end. The main, like, junction town's already at 0, so all I had to do was just extend it so the track so the main lines at either end were in the center of the tile, or the center of the baseboard.
Yep. The important part.
Yeah. And all you'd have to do to merge it into the modular route is just delete the portals and then connect the regular track. And
I'm
yeah,
looking
I've been
forward to
playing
doing it.
Yeah, it's really, like, it's really coming together now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because when I built this, I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but when I built this and when I wrapped it up, I was like, okay, I just want to get this done. It hurts to boot it up.
Yep.
I just want to get it done.
Yep.
So, yeah, but now that I got a new graphics card, I can actually do more involved scenery.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
glad. I'm glad that you're coming back around to it, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a super huge win for the route review system, etc.
Yeah.
Like,
Outstanding move.
yeah.
Outstanding move.
The thing that excites me, though, is I heard before the podcast started you were poking with commands. So what is it you're doing over there?
Oh, yeah. So it's a double track so the junction town has a double track main line going through it. And I've been trying to figure out what AI trains I want to have just coming through, and then there's going to be a local freight that comes in, picks up what the Mattapoisett left in the yard, drops off new cars, and keeps going.
Nice.
But the problem is, you can't load the cars in the portal,
Yep.
so I can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably not just even gonna do it because I don't want to have to go in, manually load the cars each time the train spawns. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to make a train stacker or something in order to do that, which is something that I've been trying to develop or wanted to develop in varying capacities throughout the lifespan
Yeah.
of Tolbrin thus far. Because I was like,
Yeah.
this is going to be something that I have to make. But eventually I've actually come around to this is really dumb. And for a route as small as the Mattapoisett, it does not at all make sense. But
Yeah.
I've come around to, instead of having portals basically at all, I'm going to have one giant staging yard that just acts as another yard, and all the trains, when they're done with their runs and they leave the map, they go to the staging yard and they get disassembled, the cars get shoveled through in modular industries or whatever, or basic multi-industries,
Yeah.
get refilled or unloaded properly, and then get shuffled back into the trains that they started on at 24 hours ago. Like,
That's pretty cool, actually.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Boy, it's going to be a hell of a lift, but
Yeah.
it is the
Yeah.
most effective solution I thus far have found to the issue of that problem for such a large route.
Yeah, but what I just thought of is, we merge this into the module route and do a giant multiplayer session.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't if every if we do enough modules right with the right industries, we wouldn't need AI trains.
Exactly. Yeah. But at the same time,
well, we can just program them to go places. But
yeah. At the same time,
you wouldn't need portals
no.
generating trains unless you just wanted just like stuff just going through to add traffic.
You wouldn't need portals generating trains. You wouldn't need like portals deleting trains. One of the things I am doing with my portal modules, though, is setting them up so that the outer portals, you just loop back around and it either loads or unloads the train. How it will do that, I don't know. It'll just sort of load them up randomly. And the inner portals, it'll either create or delete trains, whichever I decide. Or my other thought was, I'll have it send trains to other parts of the modular railroad. Just yeet them over the void to somewhere else, some other entrance. Depends how big it gets. The other thing I want to do is actually go through and do automation on the modular once we get enough modules to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be interesting / fun / a really unusual sort of problem-solving measure.
Yeah, I'm going to see the AI use my hump yard.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have them do that.
Oh, well, it's hypothetical. It could work, but should it?
Should it? Probably not. Will it? Definitely
not.
Because it still requires the input to use the interlocking tower and whatnot to switch the track.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll just use flat switching yards. I'm going to be CSX over here.
Okay.
Anyway. Alright, is that everything we've done in the past couple weeks? I know it's been a little busy for a lot of us. Finals, Christmas.
I don't want to talk about finals.
Now's not the time for finals.
Well, no, that passed. Time for finals is no longer.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Still don't want to talk about it.
PTSD.
TJ, do you want to talk about finals?
I'll pass.
Alright.
Does Milky want to talk about finals?
What, my next pay raise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, your final day of employment.
Yeah, the day that I walked off.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
Then you get replaced by a robot.
Every day, getting closer. Yeah.
Alright,
Oops, son.
that means it's time for a thing.
It's time for...
Specifically, because this is it's actually a week after the 7th anniversary of the release of The End of Days, the original Zombie Train short story. We are doing the annual Zombie Train Locomotive Versus. And I would like everyone to get a picture of your contender and post it in the chat.
Okay.
I didn't find that, did I?
Post it in the thing, because it will be useful.
Yeah.
Will it really?
Do you want the engineer side or the fireman side of mine, or do you care?
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It's not like people don't know what my engine looks like.
Nobody knows what your engine looks like.
No.
What's the NKP765?
Where am I putting it in? Discord?
Yeah. No, put it in Skype.
Okay. Yeah, put it in Skype. I still get to install that.
I haven't either, but it's funny. There are still sometimes messages in the old fan chat, and I chime in. I'm just like, we're not dead yet.
Here's a good side picture of me.
Anyway, Eric brings to the table. Yes, I know links are spoopy. Thanks. Eric brings to the table Iowa Interstate 210-2 6988. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Milky brings Grand Canyon Railway. This is a Mikado, right?
Yep.
282-49-60.
God damn it.
I
Picture is
am
sending.
bringing one at Chonky Burke. The 765. Jader is at the complete opposite end of the spectrum with Hockey Valley number 3.
Jader can run on anything compared to us.
And
That is
TJ is dead.
Oh, I
Who's
thought
dead?
you were reading them off before.
I was just reading them off in the order that they, that they got
Showed up.
posted.
Oh, is mine not in there anymore? Oh, no, there it is. Mine is 3025, Valley Railroad, 3025.
Yeah, I'm looking
you
for a
might
picture.
want to.
Wait a minute, what
Right.
about two Chinese engines?
You might want to repost it.
What do you mean there's 2 Chinese engines here? There's only one.
No,
No.
there's two.
There, I mean,
25.
until TJ
And the
posts his
QJ.
picture, there's only one.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't I use 3025 the last time?
Probably.
I think someone did.
I think it was me.
Could have been you.
Yeah, good.
Bonk.
There we go. The New
Hey.
Haven 3025.
It was the other Chinese locomotive.
All right, so I'm
So
gonna
let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
put these in order of people. So that one goes there, and then Hocking Valley, and then New Haven, and I went straight down there. Okay. So why am I zoomed out on this page? There we go.
I don't know.
All right,
Oh,
so we're going to follow standard Loco Royale rules. That is 3 rounds of 5 statistics. One person gets to suggest a statistic at a time, and we're going down the line.
Oh boy.
I would like to go first. My statistic is going to be...
Oh no. Okay.
My statistic is going to be... I literally just lost it. I know what I want to say, but I can't say it. My statistic is going to be tractive effort. And mine
Oh, no.
is 64,135 pounds.
Oh.
Jader is next.
Okay, mine. Tractive effort, tractive. I know I have it. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
21,438 pounds.
Not as low as I expected. Actually, kind of
Yeah.
respectable.
Yeah, that
all right,
is respectable.
TJ.
Mine is 38,147.
That's
Wow.
less
Wow.
than I expected.
Whoops. Oh, crap.
Yeah,
what have I done?
That's more than I.
38,147 pounds. All right, and the Grand Canyon boy?
58,092.
58,092.
Yep.
All right, and finally, Iowa Interstate Chonk.
63,251.
Wow.
Yes!
You barely beat me.
All right, so I get 5 points. Eric gets 4. Milky gets 3. TJ
Yes.
gets 2. And Jader gets 1.
I'm
No,
not going to win anything except for
Please fill in your points. Don't make me do it because I'll forget.
me and my small boy.
Although I can do some of them, but I don't want to be doing
It's
all
okay,
of them.
Trader. You can run on bare wood if you wanted to.
Honestly, I probably could. I don't know if we've used wood.
No, I mean like just wooden planks that resemble a railroad.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, probably.
that resemble a railroad. Alright, well, I just put everyone's points in, but next time do it yourselves.
Okay.
Alright, Jader is next.
Okay. What can all right. What is your total engine and tender weight, guys?
Alright, here we go. From the top down, total engine
Oof.
and tender weight. 784,500.
Down.
So hold on, let me clear this. 784,500. Jader,
153,000 pounds.
150.
Man, you weigh less than my tender. Yeah.
TJ,
Small boy.
Weight? Is that what you're looking
total engine and tender weight.
for? Here it is. Oh, nope, I don't have it.
You don't have it?
Ooh.
I
All
don't
right,
have
well,
it either.
TJ doesn't get that point.
Ooh.
Milky,
$511,980. Wow.
And Eric?
It exists.
Alright, so that means...
I should have picked the big boy.
That means... Should have picked the big boy? That means...
Oh, no.
Jader gets 5 points. Milky gets 4 points. I get 3 points. And then you guys don't get points for this. Actually, you guys get each... I think you guys each get 1 point.
Fair enough.
I think those are the rules that we
Participation
set out
points.
previously.
Yeah, pity point.
Alright, there, I'll give TJ his pity point. Alright, speaking of TJ, it's your turn to give a statistic.
Okay. I'm going to do year.
Year built?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
Ow.
yeah, mine is 1934. Jader,
1920.
Okay.
1920. Alright, TJ,
1960.
Wow.
1960.
Okay,
Milky?
China.
1923.
1923. Alright, and Eric,
1959.
Yes.
1959. Alright, so that is TJ with 5 points, Eric with 4, myself with 3, Milky with 2, and Jader with 1, being the old boy. What do I get? I get 3. Alright. Alright. I mean, things are looking alright for me right now.
Yeah. Things are looking better than I expected from me.
Yeah, you were
I'm
doing
doing shit.
okay down there. Eric is also doing kind of okay. TJ, how many did you get? TJ got 5.
He got 5. He was the best.
You're gonna want to enter your points, TJ.
Oh, I forgot that we do it ourselves.
It's okay.
'Cause there are too many things to do. I did it, but
Thank you.
it's a lot of
Okay.
things for me to keep track of. I'm trying to enter points too. All right,
Yeah.
Milky's turn.
Here's my trap card. After a bad season.
Oh my god. Let me guess.
Oh,
F
no.
4.
Do I have
All right,
one?
mine is 3.92.
Shit.
Well,
Jader.
I don't have that.
Ooh.
Well, hold on. Should be a fairly easy one to calculate. We'll come back to you, but tractive effort factor of adhesion is weight on drivers divided by tractive effort. So it's going to be your engine weight divided by your tractive effort. So do
Okay,
that real
quick maths.
quickly, and we'll come back to you. Okay?
Okay, divided by tractive effort, you
Yeah,
said?
weight on drivers
Yeah.
divided by tractive effort. All right, TJ, what's yours?
4.05.
4.05.
Okay.
Milky,
That's not bad.
4.
of course. Eric,
3.49.
3.49.
Oof.
Yikes. All right, Jader,
Mine is 4.1.
4.1. All right, so
Not bad.
okay, so this is a tough one to do, but Milky gets 5. TJ gets 4. Jader, I get 3. Jader gets 2. Eric gets 1. So, I get 3. Yeah.
Quick maths.
Yeah, that's a tough one to do because it's not linear. It's closest to 4. All right, and
Yeah.
to round out the round, Eric, what is your statistic?
Oh no.
No.
How many were you?
Oh no. No.
Why?
How
Nope.
could you?
Number built, 80.
Yes.
Jader?
1.
Yeah.
No.
TJ?
1988.
Yeah.
Wait.
What?
88.
Wait.
How many were built, TJ?
Yes.
1988.
Yes.
All right, cool. Milky?
Milky.
I have considerably more than one with 60.
Wow.
60. Eric?
Amateurs. 4,708.
Wow.
We'll take it
4,000.
5 points.
What?
Wait
a minute. Oh,
all right.
I think
So
I just had a spit take at what?
Eric,
on my taxes.
Eric gets 5. TJ gets 4. I get 3 again. Milky gets
I'll take
2,
my
and
2.
Jader gets 1.
Hey, Trader, you have your amount built.
All right, and we are going to do our inter-round break. Let's calculate our points and see how many we have. Let me just grab a
Okay.
calculator real quick.
Yep. Same. Quick math.
5, 7,
I mean,
8,
we can,
9,
you know.
10.
Let's see here.
Oh,
4,000.
Yeah.
Why?
Because China!
China.
Okay, China.
Not bad.
Oh, wow. It's actually pretty close.
It is, yeah.
Except for Jader.
Wow.
So I am in the
Rest
lead
in
with
peace, small
17
boy.
points. Following me, tied for second, are TJ and Milky, each with 16 points. In fourth is Eric with 15 points, and in last is Jader with 10. So, that's kind of a shame. Alright, well,
I shouldn't have picked a small, obscure boy, but oh well.
yeah.
When you're going up against big engine, pick tiny boy. Makes
Alright,
sense.
alright, it's time for shenanigans, guys.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
What are your loco base IDs?
I've been waiting for this one.
Because mine is 52.
I'm gonna wet this man's career.
Oh no.
Hold up.
Alright, Jader, I know you don't have one, I apologize.
Wait.
Rest in
What?
peace, Trader.
Can I make an amendment to the question?
Oh
Depends
no.
what it is.
No, can we use our, builders' numbers?
Okay.
I don't know if that would do anything, but can we?
Okay, sure.
Sure.
What's your builder's number, Jader?
53,038.
Okay.
You sure you
Alright.
wanted to go with
I
that?
mean, you're gonna get 1 point either way, so why not? TJ.
4,221.
Alright.
Okay.
Milky.
Okay. Here we go. Anyone want to take a guess? It's
5.
fucking 10.
10. Ah, god damn it, Milky. Alright, Eric.
2,159.
159. Alright, well, I thought I was gonna. I thought I had that locked in, but
Oh, that sucks.
Milky gets.
CB,
Milky wins. Milky gets 5
Milky
points.
C, CB and Q Mikado would like to have a word with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I forgot. I forgot the Mikados come
Yep.
first.
Yep.
Milky gets 5 points. I get 4. Eric gets 3. TJ
Oh, I
gets
get 3.
2, and Jader gets 1.
I get 3 points. Huzzah.
Hey.
Alright, I'll take 4 points. Whatever. I'm not bitter. Alright, Jader.
Okay. Oh, wait, I might actually be able to win this.
Tread,
Okay.
tread right,
Uh,
my friend.
What are your guys' total engine wheelbase?
Total engine
Just
wheelbase.
the engine.
Wheelbase.
Just the engine.
Still engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase.
Right, just
Okay,
the
for
engine.
me, that is a fat 42 feet. Jader?
No.
John.
Okay.
10.
10 feet. Damn. Alright,
Wow.
TJ?
Yes.
My engine wheelbase 31.27.
31.27. That's very specific. Milky, the other Mikado here.
Mine is 33.79.
0.79. Alright, those are the ones I expected to be close. And then Eric.
1. No.
Wait,
No.
what?
50.43.
What kind of communist witchcraft are you use?
The engine only exists in the 5th dimension.
Yeah.
Alright, so Jader obviously wins that with 5 points.
Yep.
And then TJ with 4, Milky with 3, myself with 2, and Eric with 1.
I don't need no freaking trailing wheels.
That is the worst score I've gotten so far, which really says something about how well 765 is doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's TJ's turn.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. Choose at a win. Let's do great area.
Great
Okay,
area.
great area. Mine is at 90.3.
Wow.
All
Okay,
right.
wait, hold on.
Pick the wrong one to
No.
ask.
Would gray area be the same as just the firebox area, or is that a different thing?
That's a different thing.
Uh,
Thing.
Yeah.
Shit. I have firebox area. Well, I can
I'm guessing
calculate
Jader
firebox
doesn't have a
area.
great area.
Yeah, I don't have great
That's
area.
unfortunate, Jader. All right,
Yeah.
TJ.
Oh wait, no.
Wait, what?
Oh.
17.3.
All
Oof.
right, that seems reasonable.
Yeah.
17.3.
Sounds
I
about
don't care
right.
if you just made that up. It seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
TJ?
on there? I just didn't find it.
48.42.
Not bad for a mic. I assume Milky's is bigger, though.
58.80.
Yeah, I just looked at your firebox.
Yep.
And
John.
Eric,
73.2.
actually kind of smaller than I expected.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is more than I expected.
So, I get 5, Eric gets 4, Milky gets 3, TJ gets 2, and Jader gets 1.
It's fair.
Yep.
Yeah,
How much do I
it's
get
another
again?
one of those, either way you were going to get 1.
Yeah.
Alright, Milky.
Okay. Oh yeah, builder.
Oh boy. That's not... I guess that is a regular stat.
Yeah.
I have several.
But are any of them Baldwin?
I don't know.
I don't think Baldwin built those squares.
I don't think
Yeah,
so
I think
either.
you were mainly. I think you were mainly Lima.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think so too. Jader?
Baldwin.
All to win. Milky?
Baldwin.
I don't know why I skipped TJ. TJ? Tangshan?
Yep.
China.
And Eric?
Which one do you want? Because I've got many, and they're all listed.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna... No, okay, we'll stop it right there. I will say...
I'll give Trader the 5 because
I mean...
he deserves it more than I do.
Thank you.
I mean, you both get 5.
Oh, we both get 5.
You both get 5.
Stonks.
Yeah, stonks. I get 3, and then TJ and Eric both get 2.
Okay.
Because I've got 6. I've got 6
No,
of them.
It's alright. You don't need to try to pronounce them either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to butcher that. I mean, it'd probably be easy, but hey.
Okay.
Alright,
Sorry,
well, it's
I
your
had to
turn,
do that.
so pick something
Yeah.
easy.
Why not? What's your boiler pressure?
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah,
Boiler
okay.
pressure is... Mine is 245. 245. Jader?
160.
Ouch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you can move.
TJ?
I can
198.
198, you said?
Mhm.
Grand Canyon?
200.
200 even?
Damn it.
And Eric?
213.2.
213.2.
Okay, metric.
I mean,
I'll
TJ
take
is
the
also
4.
198.
Yeah.
I get 5, and then Eric gets 4, Milky gets 3, TJ gets 2, and Jader gets 1. Alright,
Okay,
time to do
5,
another quick
10,
calculation.
11, 12,
At the
13,
end of round 2,
Quick
we'll
math.
see where the standings are. We'll see who's in line for second
Oh,
place.
wait a minute.
Don't change mine.
I was going to say.
Magically, 129 points.
Man, that's a lot of style points there.
All right, I will
Okay.
say it's decidedly less close than at last
Oh.
week. Oh wait, no,
Ooh.
it is actually. It is. There is a lot of competition for third,
Yeah.
and then there's Milky and I up here. So I am in the lead with 36 points with 765. Milky is in second with 35, trailing just behind.
I'm honestly impressed that
Oh my God,
this
yeah.
engine has made this far.
You've had the best round so far.
I'm surprised I'm still here.
Well, you're not dead yet. Eric is in third with 29 points. TJ
not
is in
bad.
fourth with 28, and Jader is in fifth with 23. So we have two pairs that are very close together, Milky and I, and TJ and Eric, which are honestly not the pairs I expected.
Yeah.
I would have thought Milky and TJ, you guys would be a lot closer. But
I mean, just looking at the locomotives, they're very different.
yeah, but you're both
Yeah.
Mikados compared to a 210-2 and a Berkshire.
True.
And then small boy.
Yeah. we'll just, Okay.
And him.
I'll try another cheeky one. It's not as cheeky, but it's still cheeky.
Oh,
What's
boy.
your valve gear? Because mine's Baker, suckers.
Damn it!
Wow.
You Baker.
Jader.
Stevenson.
Ouch.
Oh, oof.
Ooh.
Alright.
Ooh.
TJ?
Wall shards.
God damn it.
I can't even... I'm not going to try to spell it. Mookie?
Same. Wall search.
Same. I just wrote down same. And Eric?
Wall shirt.
Also same.
What the hell can I win?
Anything that involves-
involving
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
involving weight or size. So, I get 5. Three
wait.
people get 4 points, and Jader gets 1.
Sorry, trader.
I didn't even notice you had Stevenson. That sucks.
Yeah, look at the picture.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
looked at it, I was like, really? And then I looked, I was like, oh.
No.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Well, Jader, it's your turn to try and get some points.
Okay, I have one that I'm... If I lose this, I'm going to be super pissed. How,
Oh,
how
boy.
tall are you guys?
Wait, what?
Tall?
What?
Nani?
Yeah.
Most of us
Tall,
don't have builders cards.
tall is not a recognized stat. I'm sorry.
God, okay.
You tried. But there is something else that you could...
Engine height is not on here.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Because I'm looking at the drawings.
Although there is a stat that you could win if you asked it.
I mean, there are several.
Sybil.
Okay, total... Yeah, well, no, we already did that.
Oh,
Total
wait.
engine and
So
fender
wait,
wheelbase.
sorry, I have a revision to an earlier thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So, the ones listed in the stat page were built in 1960, but my particular locomotive was built in 1989.
Oh.
Okay.
Still win.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
still,
you still
win. You don't get
win.
any more
Oh,
points.
damn! Oh, I was
Fuck
trying to
off.
get some extra points.
Okay.
Well, I get double. Cool now.
Yeah, you won that one, TJ.
Yeah.
Sorry.
By a year.
TJ wins again.
All right, but
26.
anyway, all right. So you wanted total engine and tender wheelbase or overall wheelbase?
Yeah.
Wheelbase?
All right,
Okay.
87.73 for me. Long boy. Jader.
39 and a half feet.
Okay.
All right, like 2 feet. Got it.
Yep.
TJ.
I don't have overall wheelbase actually.
Ooh.
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 All right. Milky.
70.
70. Yeah, that's a long tender, dude.
Yeah.
And Eric.
86.15.
Oh, I was really hoping you would just be a little longer than
What?
me. All right. Well,
I don't know.
Jader wins by a
Yep.
lot.
Yay.
Jader gets 5. Milky gets 4. Eric gets 3, I get 2, and TJ gets 1.
Nice.
Ooh.
Enjoy your point. Your pity point.
That's what I get for trying to fix my other question, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. There will be no pity. Alright, but it's your turn, TJ.
You know what? We'll do minimum weight of rail.
I was waiting for this one. I know Jay doesn't win, but
No.
Wait a minute.
let me guess, you don't have it?
No, but can I make a reasonable estimate?
You can.
Okay.
I'm gonna laugh at you, but you can.
Alright, well, what's your reasonable estimate? Mine is 105, so I lose.
Ooh, really?
Okay, my reasonable estimate 70.
So,
Okay.
Alright, I'll deem that number to be fair.
Yeah.
TJ?
64.
64.
What?
Never mind.
No. No.
Milky?
Wait, that's illegal.
97.
97. Ouch. It's a fat
Yeah.
Mikado. Eric?
Yeah.
73.
73. Yeah,
What?
you've got a lot of axles.
Oh.
Oof.
That's-
Yeah, Jader only has
Ooh.
3 axles. Alright, well, Jader's best guess gives him some points, actually.
Yeah.
So, TJ gets 5, oddly enough. Eric gets... Oh, sorry. TJ gets 5, Jader gets 4, Eric gets
Actually,
3, Milky gets 2, and I get a fat 1.
Oof.
As it
That's
should
the first
be.
one I've gotten so far. This has not been a great round for
That's
me.
good.
I somehow have avoided a 1.
Yeah. I had avoided a 1. Alright, well, Milky, you can continue avoiding a 1 because it's your turn.
Okay. Tender fuel capacity.
Tender fuel capacity. I bet Eric has... Or I bet TJ has this one. Tender fuel capacity is... Oh, this is not going to be great, Milky.
I hate you.
22 tons.
Sorry, Jader, morbid curiosity.
Jader?
Okay. Are we just doing fuel or
Yeah,
fuel
tender fuel
or
capacity.
coal and then coal and water?
Units.
Fuel units.
Well, no. Are we doing fuel and water or just
No, it's just
Just,
doing
just
fuel.
fuel. They're different stats.
Oh, okay. 4.5 tons.
Alright, 5 tons. Kind of more than I expected, honestly. TJ,
What was the question? Sorry, I was getting a drink.
fuel capacity.
Fuel.
Fuel capacity?
I'm guessing you don't
Or
have it.
spicy rocks.
I do not have it.
Oof.
A sister class has it, but not mine.
He wants on communism.
And your
Well,
tender's all
because-
messed up anyway, so...
Yeah.
Because I have a different tender now.
Yeah. Milky?
19 according to the stat page, but we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're converted.
Yeah.
That does not help you in Zombie Train Locomotive Versus.
Okay, you know what? I will argue with you on that later.
No. This is not an argument thing. It does not help you because you cannot get that kind of oil. Even if you're using refined fry oil, you're not going to have enough fryolators to make you the oil.
Now
Just go
Watson
raid every-
McDonald's.
You're,
Go read every fast food restaurant.
Yeah. No
No.
one goes for the grease.
no one goes for the grease.
That's
Fair.
a slogan.
But it's not a viable fuel source in the apocalypse. At least not reliably. Eric?
Vibe check.
24.2.
Yeah, fat tender. Got it. Look at that heaping mound of coal in the picture.
Oops.
Alright,
Yeah.
so Eric gets 5, I get 4, Milky gets 3, Jader gets 2, and TJ gets 1.
Okay, not bad.
Yay, I don't lose.
Yeah, Jader got more than 1 point. Good job, Jader. More than 1 point in a question that wasn't his. It's Eric's
This is
question.
my best round.
All right, so yeah. On the same go, how much water can you guys
here we
hold?
go. Another one that TJ doesn't have. Tender water capacity, mine is 22,000 gallons. Which is kind of funny because it's 22 tons of coal and 22,000 gallons of water. Jader?
Wow. Okay. Wow.
3,000 gallons.
Alright, TJ?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
Milky?
10,000 gallons.
Really? All that tender and you can only fit 10,000 gallons?
Well, you gotta put the vegetable oil somewhere.
I guess. Eric?
7,700 and.
Alright, 7,700. Whatever.
Well, no.
Alright, so I win with 5 points. Milky gets 4 points. Eric gets 3. Jader gets 2. TJ gets 1 again.
Oof. I'm actually surprised that I hold more water than Eric.
Alright, and let's do
Yeah.
our round 3 calculations. We've got one more round.
Oh boy, oh boy.
5, 9, 10.
Okay, so, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
you're over 50, Ellis.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by a text.
Just double checking to make
I
sure
have
that
53.
Ooh. I have
Ooh.
52.
Oh man!
Actually,
This
not
is
as close as I thought I was going to be.
That
This
means
is
our
a battle.
rounds were
Yeah.
like exactly equivalent, and we got the same number of points over
Yeah.
that round. I had a really high and low round, and you had a pretty medium round. All right, last
Yeah.
round 4 out of 4. Let's see, what am I gonna
Wow.
pick? All right, Jader, I would apologize for this, but it's not like you're in the running.
I know what you're gonna do.
So
Oh no.
Robert Levin has seen his power computation.
No.
Wait a minute, can't you calculate that?
Yeah,
If you want to look up how and do it, be my guest.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. More information I can actually tell you. It is. It's the great area times the boiler pressure.
Okay, hold on.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, because there is
Uh,
actually a more information thing. All right, we'll come back to you anyway. TJ.
Okay. That's a low number.
9,621.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh
Milky.
The Chonk Mikado has 14,060.
Whoops. 14060. Got it. Eric,
What was it? Great area times what?
do you not
Boiler
have
pressure?
it?
I don't have it either. I gotta grab it real
Oh
quick.
yeah, it's great area times boiler pressure. All right, what's
Boiler
yours,
pressure, thank you.
Jader?
2,768.
Oof.
I know.
Oof.
Okay.
That's kind of
That's a
painful.
depressing number.
Oh, I did have it. I'm blind. Wow, I'm stupid.
What the heck, Eric? All right, well, what
It's
is
the
it?
bottom trend. 15,606.24 is the exact.
Oof.
Well,
0.24. Thanks. Well, that just barely beats Milky out. All right, I win with
Yeah.
5. Eric gets 4. Milky gets 3. TJ gets 2, and Jader gets 1.
and no one was surprised.
And no one was surprised. I mean, I'm surprised you were able to calculate the thing. That's what I'm surprised
Yeah.
about. All right, speaking of Jader getting points, your turn.
Okay. We did that. Did that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. Do you guys have rigid wheelbase?
I mean, I think that would just be engine wheelbase, right? Or, sorry, driver wheelbase. Driver wheelbase.
Yeah, driver wheelbase.
Yeah, we do have that, or we should anyway. Alright, mine is
Did we
18.
do that already, though?
No, we did engine wheelbase.
Oh, we did interval. That's okay.
Yep. And this is just your driving wheels. Mine's 18.25. What is yours, Jader?
10.
10. Yeah, the same.
Yay.
Same as
I don't
above.
need,
Hey.
no fucking trailing
TJ?
wheels.
What's the question again?
Driver wheelbase.
14.47.
1547. Milky?
16.75.
Ooh. Oops, hold on. 16.75. And Eric,
I'll take my 1 point.
which is
No.
21.
Oof.
21. Alright, so Eric gets 1. I get 2. Milky gets 3. TJ gets 4. And Jader gets 5.
Hey, Dirk.
Hey.
Milky needed a good round to catch up
Yeah.
to me, but it's not quite happening. He's still 1 point shy of my earnings this round.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, it is TJ's call to make sure I stay in the lead.
What should I choose that'll make me lose?
How would you like your death?
Let's do wait on drivers.
Ooh. Jader, I know
Okay.
has this one.
Wait on drivers, yeah. Okay.
Weight on drivers, 251,100 pounds.
Mine is 88,000 pounds.
88,000. Alright, TJ?
I am 154,323.
Alright. Very middle of the road, Milky?
Yep. 232,650.
Alright. And Eric?
220,490.
Oh, I lose.
Actually no, because it's a weight stat, you win.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Jader gets 5 points.
Let's go.
TJ gets 4.
Small boy.
Eric gets 3. Milky gets 2. And I get 1.
Oof.
So Milky's closing that gap now.
Yeah. I need something really
And,
good.
and it's his turn. So Milky,
Yeah.
it's your time to shine. Are you going to surpass me in the mechanical points department?
We'll find out.
After these messages.
Yeah.
No. Indeed. Jeez, I just noticed the 3 dynamos.
Yeah, I did too. Okay. Thanks, Joyce, for pointing that out.
Yeah, I know, it's gonna be useful later, but Jesus Christ, I couldn't not mention it.
I'm just looking at your engine and mine.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon.
You're cheating?
No. I'm just using photos.
Uh-huh. Cheater.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a curveball. Power MT. Yeah.
I know some people don't have this one.
How do you calculate that?
Alright, mine is 1280.59. That is not one I know how to calculate off the top of my head.
Wait, what?
Does it not say more information?
It's... Yeah, let me pull it up.
Damn it.
Power MT
Yeah, Power MT.
is the SPR divided by the average axle loading metric tons. The SPR is oh god, it's like 3 formulas deep. You can see it yourself if you want to. You have to do a lot of math.
No, I'm just gonna take the L.
Just take the 1. And just take your pity point. I don't know. Alright,
Just take my pity point and go home.
TJ.
I don't have it.
Ouch. Milky.
486.28. I know.
Seriously?
Power MT Yeah, Power MT can be a mixed bag.
Yeah, wow. I mean, mine is outrageously high.
Take the SPR superpower.
And Eric,
Excellent loading. I am actually going to try to figure this out.
you don't have it?
I don't have it either.
I am not going to sit here to wait for you to do all those calculations. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind then. Yeah, that's too many calculations. Never mind, I'll take the pity.
Well,
Alright,
I murdered a few people, but
Yeah.
I
You
did
murdered
not
people,
save
but you
myself.
gave me a point.
Yeah.
Alright, so I get 5, Milky gets 4, everybody else gets 1. It's a shame that we didn't all have that. Alright, Eric.
Oh,
You are Milky's last hope to beat me
Yeah.
in
Come
mechanical
on, Eric.
uh, hmm.
I don't know, something that he does really well that I don't do well, because... Well, he's kind of a fat Mikado.
Yes. Too small for me. Could do that.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Don't deliberate too long, but...
I will
Actually-
deliberate for 12 hours now.
I see something that I think you win on, just at a glance.
It depends on what that is. Because I'm torn between either going for loading or evaporative heating surface.
Ooh. Yeah, you might win that one.
I'll go evaporative heating surface.
Yeah, I
God
didn't even
damn
think
it.
about that. Mine is 4772.
How do you calculate that?
It should just be written out.
God damn it.
It's evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
Oh, wait, evaporative heating surface...
Wait, what?
Wait, which one do you want? Evaporative heating surface or evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume? They're different stats.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that is. They are two different stats.
Okay.
What do you want?
What do you want?
I'll take the base evaporative heating surface for 500,
Alright.
Alex.
Yeah, 4772. Alright, Jader?
I should have stuck
I
with
don't
the
have
loading.
it.
This
darn.
trader doesn't have
You would have
it.
to
God.
you would have to calculate like all inside your tubes.
Yeah, no thanks. Well, wait. Do I have my tube area?
Oh, no.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
No, wait.
Trader's
Is it the tubes?
about...
Wait,
Like
it
the-
would
like
be
the area of the
if
tubes?
you have tube area, that would be it.
Oh, okay. 1,111.
Okay.
That's very nice looking number. TJ,
What's the question?
evaporative heating
Evaporative
surface.
heating
Surface. Surface.
Uh, 1851.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Milky?
I thought you would have had more, TJ.
Yeah.
3,409. Oof.
Not a win for Milky. Eric?
2,831.
Wait, that's it?
What?
Yeah.
Why
What?
are you so small?
I
What?
don't know. I thought for sure
What?
I would have had that.
Alright, well, anyway, because we're wrapped up here, the one that I thought you were going to win was cylinder size.
Yeah.
Alright, I get
Yeah.
5, Milky gets 4, Eric gets 3, TJ gets 2, Jader gets 1, 1, 1, 1.
1.
Would I have had the biggest? Would I have had the
Okay.
bigger cylinders? Probably had the bigger cylinders.
So
Yeah.
10, 13.
25.59 by 31.5.
Yeah, I have 71 points.
50.
Yeah, what
And I
do you
have-
have, Eric? For cylinders?
My cylinders were 25.5, not 31.5.
I've got bigger cylinders in terms of stroke.
Wait, did we do...
Did we do what?
I must have done that. I mean, if we did cylinder size, I lose anyway.
We
but-
didn't do cylinder size. It was one that
Oh.
it was one that I was thinking that he could win. Anyway, so after that, we end here with
I came in
the
third.
mechanical statistics.
Okay.
765 wins with 71 points. Grand Canyon 4960 comes in second with 68 points. The QJ comes in third with 59 points. The SY comes in fourth with 53 points. And Hocking Valley 3 comes in fifth with an even 50 points. Which it's almost surprising how much he nearly caught up to TJ.
Yeah.
I
I honestly thought that TJ and I were going to be out for the entire... Yeah.
That's not what happened at all. It shows that 17.5 is a really capable zombie turn engine, but let's get down to business to defeat the zombies. Who wins what?
First of all,
you have 3 dynamos.
Yeah.
So
I got unlimited power.
But here's the downside about having 3 dynamos. That's a lot of noise that generates.
It's true, but it's not going to be more than the engine.
Yeah. Plus, you guys are chonk and probably make a lot more noise than I do with 3
Probably.
dynamos.
Well, no.
Does anybody
Quietus
not have a
probably
power
me.
reverse? Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that I do.
I just realized. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Do I have power reverse?
In
Do you?
2005, I was
I
equipped
probably
with...
do.
Okay.
Now I'm concerned. Does he have power reverse?
All
If
of you
this-
do.
If this weird
I
triangle thing at the front of mine is a power reverse,
Hold on. Let me
It-
look.
I don't...
Yeah.
Trader, I honestly don't think you have.
here's a here's a better
I know that. I don't have one.
Yeah.
here's a better closer
I'm
pick
fucking
up
well aware of that.
pick of the driver's side.
That looks like it could be.
Is it on the other side?
Wait a minute. It might be.
Because that's right. China switched it.
Ah,
That's right.
'Cause I was gonna say there's no rod there at all.
No. Do I have a picture of my other side that I can look at, please? Is this a good picture that I can look at?
All right. Nobody has a fully enclosed cab.
yeah.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Eric does.
Son of a.
Eric's got that.
I have cab shades for my windows.
Who doesn't have cab shades?
No, like full down ones, I think.
No,
Can I
I'm
count?
literally
Wait.
checking. You and I are the only people with actual cab shades.
Okay.
Can I? No, hold on.
Wait, do you have shades?
No, I don't. But for the Santa trains,
They
what they
could've-
did, they took like just a giant tarp and a block of wood.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count. Is that
doesn't-
power reverse? Question mark.
Why doesn't it count?
Because it's an aftermarket modification to the locomotive. That is something you
It's-
can do on the
Okay.
fly with any of these engines.
Yep. Yep.
It's a zombie apocalypse. You're gonna make aftermarket
Yeah, but
things.
but the point isn't what modifications can you make, it's what do you have
Okay.
already.
Okay, I have an actual aftermarket modification that was done to me in 2005.
Uh-huh.
I was equipped with Emperor Injector, which the Emperor Injector ejects differently from the conventional brass pipe, as one cylinder ejects it creates a vacuum in the other cylinder, thereby requiring less power to drive the piston.
Okay, neat. Sure, why not? That's a weird thing. I'll give it to you. I have... Does 765 have a booster?
Why wouldn't
No.
she have a booster?
I don't think she does, but
I
I just wanted to ask.
don't-
Also,
I don't
wait, do
think
I
it does.
also have 3 dynamos? I'm seeing 3 little nozzles.
I think you have two, but I
Okay,
don't.
whatever.
I could be
I'm not
wrong.
going to argue the point. I have way more sand than anybody else here. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
no. I have less sand than Eric, but I have more sand points than Eric. So Eric has a point for having the most sand. I have a point for having
I
the
hate
most sand
sand.
points.
Can I get a point for fantastic smoke deflectors?
No.
Okay.
Wait, can he get a point though for the Iowa Bolt?
The Iowa what?
The Bolt.
No.
Big.
Oh, I do have a tool cart and a water cart that comes with me. So extra water and extra supplies.
That's true. I have that as well.
That's
So
good.
that is definitely a bonus.
I have the entirety of the Grand Canyon Railroad's passenger stock.
That's not part of the engine.
Yeah, no.
You also have no water.
No agua.
Just pointing that out. No agua.
Well, I gotta update this picture still.
You know what? You can wait the fire department, but whatever.
Sure.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think it's going to happen at all. Does anyone other than Jader have doors? Oh, Milky does.
I do not. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
do.
do.
Wait, do I?
Yeah, you do. I think it's
I have doors on the.
everyone except for TJ and I has doors.
Oof.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah.
sucks to be us, TJ.
I guess so.
So
get
I
out.
do have a power reverse.
I would hope so. That's a
Yeah.
big engine.
Can't confirm that.
What else have we got?
Good.
Something that. See, I think Milky does deserve this point. Because in this case, actually, Jader kind of deserves it too. It's a very
Deserve
low
what?
profile tender. You know what? A lot of people deserve it. The only people that don't deserve it are Eric and I. It's a low
Yeah.
profile tender that you can walk across.
Yeah,
That is true.
I have a pretty nice ladder on mine too,
Mhm.
where
Oh, and
Yeah.
some handrails.
you can hop on the back. Yeah,
I've
You
got
could
handrails too.
you
I
could
also
definitely
have
stick
handrails.
people up there. Yeah.
I
Does-
do have a Stoker.
Oh, that's a good one.
I had one.
That doesn't
Well,
count.
you don't anymore.
I think I do. I'm pretty sure 765 is
Oh,
a Stoker.
actually, two of my survivors have them still.
That's not this engine.
You do have
Okay.
a Stoker.
True.
Okay.
Hold on, can't. Well, wait.
Does anyone else have a tender headlight?
Yes.
Ooh, a
We're
backing
back
light.
at that.
Yeah, you know what?
I have one.
I don't think I do. I know TJ does, and I
What do I
think
have?
everyone else other than me has one. Does 765?
I'll
have-
tell you if I can find a picture.
I think I can
Alright.
see it. It's kind of fat though.
Why is this
Yeah.
sending?
Yep, I
Yeah,
do.
Eric.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
All right, let me see. I need to see if I have one or not.
Discord's being restarted. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, I totally have a. Yeah, I have a Stoker. I knew
Yeah,
that
You
already.
better have a sucker for an
Can I
engine like
have?
that.
Can I see the rear end? Show me the booty.
From what I recall, I don't think you do, but
I don't
it
think I.
doesn't.
Oh, I do. It's
Yeah.
built into the back of the tender.
God damn it.
All right, everybody has a backing light. Good.
Okay, mute point. I tried.
Does anybody else have anything?
I have a little. I'm trying to send a picture of it, but my camera's being dumb.
Milky has
But it's-
at least one re-railing frog hanging from the side of the locomotive.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jada, what were you saying?
That
Hold on.
that's a true apocalypse point right there.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking like
I
how
have
you.
a little. Once the picture sends, well, we added this little, like pipe thing on the back where you just hook up a fire hose to take water.
That's actually really good. That is really
Yeah, that-
good.
That's smart. Yeah.
Yeah, the picture's sending. Hold on. I just walk into the shop one day. I'm like, hey Frank, what the hell is this?
I like how
Oh, it's a little
sorry.
thing I made.
I like how the auxiliary tender is just a tank car for Eric's engine.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it
and
is.
you know what? I can say from Zombie Train experience that there is one thing I can see in Milky's photograph that is immensely helpful, as well as this frog. That is the fire extinguisher. There is
That is
one
true.
mounted in the cab.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like we have one, but I don't. Probably one of the toolbox, honestly. I don't know.
I'm trying to come up with other things. Okay, so spare parts in other locomotives. I get that point. Eric gets that point. TJ gets that point.
I get that point.
God damn it.
Do you? How many other ones are there of you, Milky?
2.
Oh, there are 2. Wow, that's more than I expected, actually.
So it wouldn't be impossible to whip the Stoker out one of them and swap tenders, but
Yeah. Well, you lose your tender decking.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You lose your tender point.
Yeah.
I wish Weibold was here, because he would be able to point out all the neat mechanical things that we're not seeing that make one engine better than the other, or whatever. And
Yeah,
also,
in
I'm
terms
pretty
of
sure I
that.
handed Milky the win over the style points that I just gave him.
I was gonna say I'm gonna secure one off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
Poor
trying
Jader.
Poor Jader. You would have made it.
I'm trying to see if I have something special. Like, it looks like I could potentially have MU capability with my engine, but that's a fantasy point in terms of zombie train.
Yeah, that does not
Okay.
help you.
okay, yeah, the little it's right next to the ladder, the little like pipe thing.
These pipes.
Bag.
Oh, I see it.
Cab ride on the Grand Canyon.
Oh, this thing's your engine's so cute. I need to go see it.
Yeah.
Come out here next
Look at the
summer.
little light on the back of it. Adorable. Alright. Well, I will give Jader a point. Because he can probably sneak places that we cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
We're
he
all
can,
pretty chunk compared to him.
Basically
can-
the size of a boxcar.
he can definitely
Yeah.
go places that we cannot.
Well, actually a little longer, but yeah.
Wait a minute. Do I actually have... Wait.
What?
I just found something that's
All right.
kind of interesting, but I think it's kind of a mute point. But I'm watching this cab ride video, and apparently I have a cup holder.
Nice. I was about to
What?
ask, does everyone have Trainline Steam? I think everyone here does.
No.
Jader.
I'm pretty sure that I do. Yeah.
Jader.
I was built to move coal cars around. Why the fuck would I have drink?
You're an 060, the tender
but,
is small.
but in case anyone wants to see my cup holder in action, there
Your
you go.
cup holder in
I have a
action.
cup holder.
That's the name of the
After my-
podcast.
Cup holder in action.
No, cup holder.
And other stories.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a style point that is.
Alright,
but-
does anybody have any other style points?
Uh,
Or, I guess, apocalypse points, because it's not really
Yeah.
about style. I would say other things, but honestly, they're not going to help anyone of us. They're just going to hurt Jader. So, I'll just leave it alone.
Thanks. Well, you already said small. Like, I can sneak places.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's all you've got going for you, dude.
Yeah, that's about it. I
Alright.
can't think of nothing.
Yeah, you can run on a lot more werewolves compared to us.
Wait a minute.
Oh, dear God.
Milky, can you ring your bell from the cab with a string?
Um,
Granny as shit.
It doesn't... it does. It's on the other side. It's
Yeah.
on the other side. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, we all can do that, I think. Maybe I can't.
I can.
Where the hell's
The-
my bell? Oh, it's up there.
cute
Yeah, I
knew
guess
what
I
they would
can't.
do.
No, you can't.
Ooh. Ooh.
Damn.
Alright.
Rats. Alright. Well, we can add in our style points then.
Wow.
It made a difference. I'm just going to go ahead and add them in for everyone because it's... Oh, never mind.
Because I don't know how many I got.
Jader, I added yours already.
Damn it. We should have gave Milky one more style point.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Alright, so...
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Milky beats me by a point. Milky in the Grand Canyon locomotive comes in first, which I am actually not all that surprised by. This is the Mikado to beat, and Mikados have always had a leg up.
Yeah, and the factor of Batisian is perfect.
Oh yeah, no, and things definitely went your way. As for points,
I expected to be middle of the road.
no, this is a good Mikado, I guess. I feel like if cards were played differently, we definitely could have had a different game here, but
Yeah.
The fact that this is a mic and it's rivaling 765 as a preferred zombie train locomotive, it says a lot about this guy.
When historically 765 is done very well.
Oh yeah.
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 I would go as far as to call 765 the ideal, because it has the speed, it has the power, and it's not, outrageous in any other department. It's not super heavy, even though it does take some heavier rail to run. You can still get away on like every main line with it, and you can run it fast. Anyway,
Yeah.
Milky.
Fucking big boy.
Yeah,
I mean, the big boy kid goes 70.
it would have cracked me up.
Do you
if
want to see a big
somebody
boy go
should have
70?
brought the big boy.
Oh.
Jader, if you had brought the big boy, that would have been so good.
That would have been Sean.
Next year.
Next year. Alright. I'll hold you to that. Milky
Okay.
in Grand Canyon 4960 wins with 77 points. Myself in Nickel Plate 765 comes in second place with 76 points. Eric in the QJ comes in third with 66 points, so there's a pretty big gap there. And there's
Yeah.
another gap of
I'll
10
take
points
third.
between him and fourth place, which is TJ in the SY. And there's a gap of only 2 points between the SY and Hocking Valley number 3.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I'll take third. Third's a good place.
TJ, I don't know what happened to you, man.
Man, I don't either. I just. I thought it was-
I thought we were going to be neck and neck.
Yeah.
Mikados.
Oh well. Also, my Steam completely crashed. So there's
Oof.
that.
Remember, kids, veggie oil is
Veggie
everywhere.
oil. Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to take that point away from you. I forgot. Because the rest of us are coal burners, whereas you would have to get the burner out. Damn it. Oh well.
But yeah, again, all the style points associated with my conversion, like the handrails and tender.
Yeah, but you
make
can
up
still
for it.
keep the tender that form factor and keep the handrails. You would just have
Yeah,
less
like-
space for storage. You would be doing those modifications on the fly. You would have to do them, but that doesn't mean the modifications would prevent you from keeping those things that were good about the locomotive before.
Yeah. Especially when I could just pull up to one of the two the two other survivors and just go yoink.
Yeah, steal a tender. Alright,
Yeah.
speaking of, actually, do we have any stealing? Because that would be a really fun, segue.
Stealing. What?
Oh, come on. We've
I
got to
don't
have
know.
somebody
I think
stealing something.
We're gonna steal our Tagos back from
Okay.
Wisconsin.
And now
Uh,
it's time for the news.
Yeah.
After 5 years in storage, Tago trains built for Wisconsin returned to Milwaukee.
Oh, you gotta start doing that.
Congratulations. Why?
The passenger trains the state of Wisconsin ordered more than a decade ago are coming home, if only for a little while. And Amtrak spokesperson from Monday, the trains built by Spanish manufacturer Tago. Wow.
Surprising nobody.
Yeah. To one in Wisconsin, in the back of the company's maintenance facility in Milwaukee. The state had purchased the trains in 2009, and then the contract defaulted in 2012 after the state decided not to pay for their maintenance.
The
Those
MBTA be
returns.
like,
Yeah,
yes.
So anyway, they had a dispute, whatnot, that took a few years. And because Amtrak Cascades is down a few checks due to derailments.
Yeah, one in particular.
Well, two, but one that's noteworthy and one that's just kind of stupid. So anyway, so they're just gonna hang around for a little bit before, before the Cascades corridor could see them.
Well,
It hasn't been completely confirmed, but I'm like 90% sure that those would go here.
well, something else unconfirmed has a lot to do with the AEM-7s that I was talking about earlier. In fact, the entire MBTA is sort of going on about their whole electrification shebang. Because they're not really sure if they want to do it or not. They're not really sure what they want to do with it, and they're definitely not sure what kind of engines they want out of it. So, they were trying to get the AM7s, then they decided, no, they didn't want the AM7s. And then they are going to lease some ACX-64s, or borrow them, for presumably the Providence line? Because that's the only electrified line? But the rumors that I've heard from more than one article, more than one place, are that they want to electrify the Newburyport-Rockport line, which runs out of North Station, which has no current electrification at all, and runs through Salem and way out to the northeastern parts of Massachusetts, suburbs of Boston. So, I don't know what they're... it was a unanimous vote that the board decided the Newbury-Rockport line is best suited for the change and will be worked on first. So, that's interesting. They also decided that the Fairmont line in downtown Boston and the Providence-Stoughton line will be top priorities, surprising nobody, because those are the ones that actually connect to the Northeast Corridor. But, seriously? Newburyport-Rockport line? And what was with the AEM-7s anyway? So, we don't know. Maybe we'll see electrified MBTA trains, but the least we can hope is that they just stay on the tracks. Right, TJ?
Yeah.
That would be great, because recently they haven't been doing such a great job. According to NBC Boston, there was a slow-speed derailment on Friday the 27th.
Yeah, so today but yesterday.
Today but yesterday. On the Framingham-Worcester line. It says there are supposed to be delays of up to 20 minutes. Human error is to blame for the derailment near Lansdowne Station in Boston. The quote is, "There was a derailment, I guess, and they keep postponing, but they haven't told us what we're going to do, or where we're going to go."
That was a commuter this morning.
Yeah.
Yikes.
"Well, I cannot get to my house, and I've been stuck here for over an hour. It sucks," says another commuter. And a third person who was also on the train says, "This is my second time in Boston in 4 months, my second train derailment in 4 months."
Wow.
Says a traveler.
Man, this person needs to stop getting on trains.
Yeah.
I know.
They totally
Luckily,
split the switch.
No injuries were reported, and no passengers were in the train, so that's good.
Oh my god. Yeah, they just totally just ran down the middle of the switch.
Oof.
It was a special kind of oof.
In a bit of lighter news...
Uh-oh. Sort of. Still.
Here's a banana.
Oh, yeah. This is not a banana, by the way. Don't let the
It's not a
propagandists tell you that. This is a minion. We've seen these before. All over your mom's Facebook feed.
But this is a minion you actually want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is KNL's CNO L1.
Which, I find it odd that it's the L1, but I don't know why I find that odd.
Yeah, I don't know. L means Hudson somehow?
Yeah. Hudslin.
Also, the Ploxic space has been updated with a big chunky boy known as the EM1.
That is honestly pretty exciting.
Yeah.
That's chunk.
This is only the third Malay that
That he's
he's built.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
yeah, I'm excited too. He's really been pumping these things out.
Still no Q2.
Still no Q2. Soon TM. Here's the other thing, he's been coming out with these things pretty quickly, but this was the first time that we've got 2 actual releases back to back in a while.
This is true.
He had been sneaking in all those other little things. All these other little things that he decided to build or that he was commissioned to build. And lately, the T1 Trust commissioned a build of their smoke box, which is the next large part that's on order for the T1 5550. And it basically means that the boiler's done. They're going to need the firebox, but, a lot of the front of the engine is completed at this point. They could piece together everything from the prow back to the beginning of the firebox once this thing is completed. So
that's fantastic.
It is super excited. And
that's amazing.
They're already halfway through fundraising the firebox. So they said they need 150K in total to order the exterior of the firebox, and they're already halfway there. So if you've got a few bucks and you want to see the United States claim the Steam speed record as we deserve, then donate some money to the T1 Trust so we can do this thing. Because who doesn't want a duplex anyway? Except for most railroads. Especially the B&O. They really didn't want that. But NS didn't want their F units either. Despite how great they were. And the last 2 have finally been sold to a North Carolina short line. These are going to the Aberdeen, Carolina, and Western, which is a 150-mile-long short line that runs on original Norfolk Southern Railway track between Charlotte and Aberdeen, North Carolina. I have never heard of this before, but 150 miles is not insignificant.
No.
So, as we said last episode, the other 2 F units went to the RNN.
Webbing and Norton.
Yep. And these 2 are on the way now to the
ACNW.
Yes.
ACNW. We move one of those and you get my railroad. But yeah, they're going to use them on their corporate train, which is all very fun.
Yeah.
Good for that.
Yeah, these are pretty significant. I mean, in this article they have a breakdown of the history of these things, but NS acquired the units, renumbered them,
then we numbered them again. Yeah.
Also, they rebuilt them.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. No, they renumbered them when other rebuilds took up those numbers. But they also have cameras mounted to the windshield, closed circuit signals to TVs in the back of the train, which is kind of neat. And their F units with positive train control installed. So that is pretty significant. You can run these things basically anywhere, which that was the point. But it's a big sell. It's kind of, I won't say it's disappointing that they were picked up by the RNN, knowing that they don't run on big main lines and stuff. But it is worth it to say that maybe they could have gone to somewhere else that would have been using all of that functionality. Oh well, they're gonna get some use out of them anyway.
Oh yeah.
So, speaking of use, because nobody wants to pick up that torch, the South Coast or the Gulf Coast used the hell out of their train when they had it, even though it was sometimes very late. And city officials in Mobile, Alabama will be deciding a few hours before the new year about subsidies for a new service connecting New Orleans and Mobile. So this is an important vote. It's deciding the future of passenger rail on the Gulf Coast for the time being. And It is going to happen on New Year's Eve, which is kind of weird, but hey, why not?
Yeah.
We'll just have to see where it goes. We'll just have to see how that comes out. And as for new trains, it has been confirmed, surprising nobody, that there is, in the works, a plan for a Bright Line stop at Disney World.
Money.
Yeah, Disney World confirms talks with Bright Line about
looking for a
future
quick
stop
ride and
near the theme park. Because, goddamn, they are just going to be rolling in it. When you can take a train from Miami Beach to effing Disney.
Yeah.
Money. Money.
So have fun, Brightline. Try not to kill too many people.
Yep.
Please, no kill.
Oh, there will be kill.
Kind of.
They gotta put Mickey Ears on one of the trains.
He's
Please.
gonna get really pissed off.
Kind of going off of Brightline here. Bergson is suspected to start their construction on their high-speed train between Las Vegas and California. Well, they're hoping to in 2020.
That's almost this year.
So, yeah.
That's actually exciting. That's going to be another one. Money.
Brightline 2 Electric Booger.
When it's done. When
Yeah.
it's done, though. You got to get across a lot of desert to get into Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But that
Well, at least
said...
they don't have to deal with for the man.
Yeah, well, you really should, they really should make people pay for the round-trip tickets in LA and not let them get to Las Vegas first.
Yeah.
Because there won't be any money to pay for the return trip otherwise. Oh, come on, nobody can jump into lack of money?
I can
Lack of money. Oh,
I can jump in the corporate greed, but
I got something.
No, I don't
What
have
did you
any
got?
lack of money. Sorry.
I have slightly less of a lack of money.
Oh?
So just in the last, when did we get this? In the last 26 days, we've been fundraising to renovate our Columbus streetcar number 703 back into operation. And just in the past 26 days, we got a $10,000 grant from AEP,
Wow.
congrats.
which with other
You can build a bridge
donations
with that.
puts us at $19,849 out of $29,000. So it's almost there.
Well, congrats, Trader, and best of luck to gain the rest of it.
Yeah.
As someone that's up there in this kind of project, it isn't easy to get a $10,000 grant.
No, it isn't.
Well,
Yeah, so hopefully we can get the rest of the money and then really start working on it next year.
Although we're focused on the building instead of car restoration, but that's beyond the point.
is the building fireproof?
It probably will be.
It probably should be.
We need a building, but that's out of my hands.
Yeah. But you still restoring cars.
Yeah.
That's still important.
Yeah.
The more cars you have, the more butts and seats.
Butts and seats is good. Fire and seats, not good.
But you know where you can't get butts and seats? This railroad in Mississippi canceled their Christmas train
Yeah,
run.
this is what I was talking
Oh.
about. Christmas is
Yeah.
canceled, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Wins.
And if I recall, I think it was in Iowa Pacific. Yeah, it was in Iowa Pacific Road. Ooh.
Well, how did
their
I was
name
gonna say, how did they even run?
well,
Like
they
how?
don't when they derail, which they did on 19th, apparently, according to the article. And
Yikes.
how can Iowa Pacific?
They can't catch a break. They keep ruining
Iowa
everything.
Pacific is the Florida man of tourist railroads.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just unfortunate.
I didn't even realize it was an Iowa Pacific Road. That's so much worse. That makes it so
I
much
thought
worse.
it was, but then I didn't see it until the end of the article. Yeah. That Iowa Pacific.
But you know who else can't catch a break?
Yeah.
As usual.
California High Speed Rail.
Oh, what are they doing now?
Because federal railroad officials urging California to halt high-speed train contract.
Give up.
If I had a shot for every time this has happened, I'd be...
They're going, stay down. Stay down.
Like another conflict in the ongoing saga that is high-speed rail in California that's not Bergen.
That's not...
Oh, boy. Because Bergen's got a good time compared to this.
I mean, to be fair, California high-speed rail hasn't killed anyone.
And they have built some stuff.
Yeah, they have built some pillars and stuff.
But oh boy.
But oh boy, yeah, no.
Oh, okay, apparently it's about back money, but jeez.
Well, it's the same, it's the same thing. It's the
What
same
the
stuff
hell?
that we've gone over, like... they're like, well, we're paring down the project because it's getting too expensive, and the federal government is like,
Yeah.
okay, well, give us our money back. And they're like, we already spent it. We already spent it. On the other hand, though, you have Texas High-Speed Rail, which is aiming to start construction by the summer of 2020. So that's next year. That's almost this year. And they say that the conversation has shifted from, is this really going to happen, to when can I ride it?
Ooh.
They have crafted
Nice.
the plan for the train line. Texas consulted with the developers between Saudi Arabia's Harriman high-speed railway in an effort to understand the impact of extreme heat and sun on the transit system's trains and infrastructure. In addition, the group has announced that they will be using the latest generation of N700S Shinkansen trains from Japan. So, and they're going to be adapted for Texas, so for high heat, etc. They want to have it running by 2026, which is... It's a ways off, but that's still an ambitious schedule for a brand new high-speed train set. I could really use some water, thank you.
Try some of my fruit punch.
No, I don't want your fruit punch, thank you. So Texas High Speed is taking some strides. Amtrak, however, is the same old. And you know who else is the same old? Big
Oh, boy.
Concrete.
Union Pacific?
Big concrete.
Mason Parsons.
Union Pacific
yeah.
is same old,
No,
bunch of
Amtrak crashed into a cement truck.
Ooh!
Damn
This
it,
is-
big concrete.
Yeah.
In everyone's
This is
way.
Amtrak striking Big Concrete. It's payback that it was always, it was always coming. Around 2 p.m. Tuesday along County Road 621, the I don't know what train it was, but
Well, it's a Superliner train.
the
So-
train from Los Angeles, so it was one of two. I assume it was the Sunset, based on the area.
Yeah. I'd also go with it.
And yeah, so the train didn't derail. There were 2 people injured. I don't know if I assume that the people injured were in the truck. I guess. I mean, who else would it be? I mean, I guess the engineer and conductor could have been hurt because he slammed into a cement truck. Or maybe somebody was just holding on wrong and went tumbling. I don't know. It doesn't say who it
3
was.
points of contact.
Yeah. It doesn't say who it was that got hurt. So that's kind of concerning. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Anyway, on to something a bit more brighter than injury. There was a Christmas train in New Orleans called the Papa Noel Christmas Train Experience.
Cancel.
That kids say railroad history and true holiday spirit. So basically, it's a train that's running, and it's sponsoring the rebuild of SP 745, which their goal is to have it back in action by its 100th birthday in 2021.
Wow. Good luck to them.
Yeah. That's ambitious, but could be done. Yeah.
Could be done. I mean, if Strasbourg turns these things around in like 2 months.
On the topic of holiday trains, DNS had their Polar Express.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
I think the important thing to take away from that article is that they're saying, like, that it's the events that really make things important. Like,
Yeah.
they're saying, they cite all of their things: weddings, murder mysteries,
Yep.
day trips, overnight excursions, and with our Santa Express, we'll hold 30,000 people from mid-November to December. A decade ago, we didn't have anything going on this time of year. This isn't just about the DNS, I think. So...
Yeah.
I just glanced at it and I wanted to dig it in there, but obviously we talk about how lucrative Polar Expresses are.
And big events in Channel are also the same way. Like, typically at our museum, our events do way better than our regular weekend operations do.
Our robbery trains are like almost always sold.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, how about some lawsuits, everybody?
Oh, let's do some lawsuits.
Oh boy.
Union Pacific is suing Metro.
Why?
Great.
Union Pacific's desire to get out of the business of operating Metro commuter trains landed in federal court.
Oh, God. Hey, I've heard this one before.
Hey, I've seen this one before.
Oh, no. So, that's happening.
Yeah.
UP's trying to tell Metro no more trains.
No more. Can't do this anymore. You wanna talk lawsuits? Let's talk something a little more hardcore.
Hardcore.
Against them.
Go ahead.
Minnesota
Uh-oh.
is putting sanctions on BNSF.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Or here we go with this now.
Okay, apparently on January 14th, 2014, two BNSF workers were supposed to a Benton tank car in Northtown Yard in Minneapolis. The tank cars were carrying toxic material, of course, petrochemicals from the oil fracking fields were being stored or humped. There's something on there because most tank cars say do not hump. So, BNSF, you're supposed to be the savior here.
Oh, God. I have just read...
BNSF quoted that it was a false alarm, but yeah, no, it wasn't.
It was not a false alarm.
So they got rewarded damages, which add up to over 15 million.
Ooh.
Well, they did spill toxic gases and then lie about it.
And then, yeah, I had no, yeah.
All right, but I said,
and BNSF is of course trying to appeal it, but
yeah, well, don't do that.
BNSF is in a position where they're being friendly right now.
They're definitely not in the
because
right.
They're attempting to intimidate their employees into not using their days off during the holidays. They shame them on. Man, this sounds familiar.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. But BNSF is just giving crap to their employees that are using their off time.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And they're mailing them letters and whatnot. It's...
You could make a union out of this.
Yeah!
Oh, wait, they already have one.
Yeah, and people actually fight against this injustice against their employment. Yeah, that's just sad. ANSF, you're supposed to be the good one here.
You were supposed to be the chosen one. You know who's not the chosen one?
Oof.
KCS de Mexico.
Yeah.
Because,
No.
oh my god. So, KCS de Mexico's railroad president is calling for protesters who block railroad lines to be thrown in jail.
Wow.
The call from Kansas City Southern's de Mexico president Jose Zozaya comes in the wake of KCSDM shutdowns at least half a dozen times in the past year. They've affected service, and there were about a dozen teachers' union members, and, quote, "We have filed complaints. We believe the protesters will be held responsible, and some will go to jail. Once this happens, I'll sure they'll stop going out to block the tracks."
Sure.
Besides other blockages, serviced by teachers, there have been disruptions by student protests and by citizen pushbacks against criminal cartel. To be fair, it is the law in Mexico. Mexican federal law calls for jail sentences of from 15 days to 2 years, wow, for blocking tracks without inflicting damages. Track blockages with damage can net sentences up to 5 years. And... okay, here's my question, though. Why are they blocking the tracks? Are they doing it because it's a protest, or are they protesting something the railroad has something to do with? Because it doesn't sound like they are, but they could be, it doesn't say.
It almost sounds like the protest is unrelated to the railroad.
Yeah, it just sounds like they're there. Like they happen to protest on railroad tracks because... why not?
Screw you. Yeah.
I mean, I get doing it because it will get people's attention, and that's really the point of the protest. But...
yeah. And it did.
It did. Yeah, it definitely did.
Got the railroad's attention.
Yeah. KCS de Mexico is trying to do something else, though, and that's not throw people in jail. They are looking at operating a yet-to-be-built rail line that'll be a 900-mile-long line that will connect archaeological and tourist sites on the Yucatan Peninsula. And KCS is interested in operating this. So, I can't read the full text of the magazine because it's Trains magazine, but that's pretty serious. 900 miles of new track is not something to shake a stick at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, going off of illegal stuff.
Oh boy.
There was the suspicious fire that damaged the historic Charlie car in Sapulpa. That's the word of the day. Oklahoma.
Sapulpa, Oklahoma.
Sapulpa, Oklahoma. Yeah. That's nice. I need the name of town now.
Sapulpa.
Yeah.
Skookum.
But anyway, what they thought was the electrical source in Christmas the spray up. Turned out that there was a lot fired off of one of the streetcar's two doors, and they had security camera footage that search very suspicious. Reporting that someone saw the flames and summoned the fire department, and that your fire department didn't take 45 minutes to get across the freeway, but that's beyond the point.
But you're not bitter.
But they don't seem like they're bitter. They got to it fast enough. That's good. So the only thing really damaged was some siding, and that was about it.
The car was okay.
Overall, the car is in... yeah, the car's okay.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
The car was a static display. So it's not like any operational damage to it.
Yeah.
Well,
you don't want to see it burn.
well, as far as I know, but
Well, it's a static display now.
yeah, I don't know. With enough money, you can restore it.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. I think it's a Bernie car.
Well, you know what money can't do?
Oh,
It can't make you on time. Especially when you're the Canadian.
Ah.
The Canadian, our favorite late train, was 27 hours late
Rookie numbers.
The eastbound trip. I mean, yeah, but the person saying rookie numbers is also the Canadian.
Yes. Yeah.
So, mechanical issues, not dispatching decisions, caused Via Rail's transcontinental flagship Canadian to finally arrive at its West Coast destination at 11:10 a.m. Monday, December 23rd, more than 1 day after it was supposed to get there.
Ooh.
The eastbound Canadian, which was scheduled to leave Monday afternoon at 3 p.m., is set to leave at 8 a.m. the following day to allow for servicing. And the episode, which occurred during a busy holiday period, points out how maybe running 50 to 60-year-old equipment on service through the middle of nowhere doesn't help you very much.
Usually doesn't.
So, one of the westbound train's locomotives became disabled near Capril, Ontario, about 8 hours into the cross-country journey. With the only suitable substitute motive power back in Toronto, Via made the decision to bus all 135 passengers to a hotel for the night and most of the following day. So that was a different situation. That was the westbound, not the eastbound. Although the train departed Winnipeg, this is a different situation. 41 hours late, abundant recovery time helped progressively cut the margin down to just 32 hours.
No, just 32 hours.
Boy.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah.
It is kind of a mess for Via. I love their equipment, but it's definitely questionable.
Yeah, it's been wacky for them.
Is that a pun?
Is. No, it's just a segue into the Walking Mountaineer.
Oh, for God's sake.
Which has received their final car order from their stator order. Which is very cool. Yeah, stator.
Hello.
We've been there.
Yeah, we've been there.
Hi,
anyway, yeah. But apparently it's one of their Gold Leaf cars, which for those that have trains Train 19, it's a double car.
Oh, cool.
So they got another one, so that's cool, and they can use that on their route up in Canada, since they don't win the Seattle anymore. Rest in peace. Speaking of things running,
yeah,
the chicken is going to a new home in California on the pace of building Sacramento Valley Railroad, which we talked about several times in the past. They got a new diesel recently. But
yeah, they got a one like we do.
But she's on a 15-year own, so she'll be there for a while.
Oh, interesting.
And the number 2 is owned by Stati Papa, general manager of Cumbres and Toltec.
Stati Papas.
Yeah. So good to see her having a nice home. We're taking one and not being in a warehouse.
Yeah, that's always nice.
But it's good for both Stati and the railroad, so it works out for both parties. So yeah, hopefully it all goes well and they
oh yeah, chicken adventure.
they have a good time. Yeah, chicken. Which is it's kind of full circle because he was on display in Stockton when he purchased her. So
back where
just
we
very cool. And the Chinaxi Prairie Railroad is back on to recovery. As I mentioned a few podcasts ago, the railroad shut down due to an inspection and their steam locomotive being down. So they're just getting their track up to snuff and just doing routine maintenance that just gets done every, however many years, but they're getting stuff done. No. This is
what
the
are you talking about?
this is the Chiraxi
Oh, Chillaxi.
Prairie
Oh, okay.
Railroad.
Whoops. Sorry, wrong one.
But I
said the
do
wrong one.
have Hebrew news
Yes.
for one. Woden
We're
Hebrew
gonna-
City closed. Well, New York Mope is praised on railroad track. This
they
New
get?
York Mope is not a new steam locomotive. It's an F7 that came with free passenger cars.
So they got it out of the
where?
Bachman set?
Yeah, basically.
Wait, where did it come from?
Canada.
Hey.
And for those
Listen
that are
to me,
interested in the train's 2019 Platinum Edition, it's currently $70 buckaroos, but it comes with odd stuff.
Yeah, it is cheap.
I think it comes with odd DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And new features.
New
Yeah.
features.
Works with the new camera controls and unified spare and stuff I've had for a while, but
Yeah,
Wait, can you
well, yeah.
upgrade? Hold on.
shout out to the
Can you
gold
up-
membership.
Can you upgrade?
That make you can?
That's fucking retarded.
But on the topic of trains and good stuff, the Timken engine is
Timken.
this thing is a chunk and it's beautiful.
Roller fate, roller fate, roller fate, roller fate, roller fate.
And it comes with 4 variations of the engine. The 1930 as-built version with a 1933 version when the Northern Pacific purchased it. A 1947 oil-fired version that still has the booster and whatnot. And a 1952 oil-fired version that doesn't have the booster. And it also comes with 4 consoles for the North Coast Terminus.
That's
Wait,
a
hang
lot.
on. Who made this? It's not
Transport.
They must have a different website because I can't find it.
It is Transport. And it's all for the wonderful price of $15. Which seems to be their standard price for their bid pack site. I like it. There's a lot of features on the engine. I haven't even messed around with most of them.
Maybe I just.
It has opening cab doors, water scoop, sounds and PFX. Scripted smoke based on regulator and cutoff, canned animation, working air horn and no water alarm, all sorts of cool
Is
stuff.
that a low water alarm? I need
Yeah.
that. I need that in everything that I do.
Basically, they tried to code everything they possibly could on this engine, and they did a great job.
Like, send the link because
Yeah.
I can't find it.
But that's all that I have.
Alright. Well, I have a couple of relatively minor things. There's a really cool article on Headwaters Junction that I haven't really been able to unpack, but I've been trying to follow along the development of the place because it seems really cool and I'm excited about it.
Must be looking on the damn.
The other thing is a pretty major note, which is, I believe, the actual contract or memo or whatever, about the transaction between Canadian Pacific and the CM&Q, or rather, them purchasing the CM&Q. The main takeaway for me from this was that the Canadian Pacific's division in the United States is still the Soo Line, and exists legally as the Soo Line, which I was not aware of.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense in a weird paperwork kind of way.
Yeah, Soo is not dead; they're still there
Somehow.
somehow. And what else isn't dead is this poor locomotive that's going around Horseshoe Curve while on fire.
I'm trying, guys! I'm trying!
So yeah, that's this was an awesome video caught by Virtual Railfan on the camera. Not something you see every day.
No. Like, does the engineer even know?
It's not even like a turbo fire. Just the entire center of the center locomotive is engulfed in flames. So there's that.
Well, the train did stop, so obviously the engineer
Yeah, they
knew
figured
that.
it out. They figured it out when it started getting warmer.
What smells like it's cooking?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the barbecue we got going on in the second engine.
the barbecue.
I might have to get this.
Oh, jeez.
So, the Lehigh Valley, they lost something.
What did they lose?
They lost one of their cars down the
Oh,
bank.
yeah, I saw that. It went for a slide.
It went for a bit of a slide.
Congrats, NS. Congrats.
But you know what isn't lost anymore?
This locomotive that's in the lake.
This locomotive that's in the lake.
I blame the goose.
But you know what we are going to lose?
You just waited until now to do all this stuff. Have you been sitting
Yeah,
on these
pretty much.
segways?
Yeah, because it's like,
Yeah.
we're not going to sit on this.
Tie in.
Excuse me. Warren County supervisors approved starting for rail abandonment process.
Yeah, so the Saratoga and North Creek.
Yes, that one.
Which every time I see their...
It was a unanimous decision.
Yeah, because
20
it's dead.
to 0.
It's
Yep.
dead.
Every time I see the SNNC, I can't help but think of Seattle and North Coast.
Yeah. See, the thing,
Yeah.
the reason it was definitely unanimous, the reason I'm totally unsurprised it was unanimous, is it's not like this is a valuable rail corridor. It goes from Saratoga Springs to the middle of nowhere where there used to be a titanium mine. There's
Yeah, and
no reason,
that was its only purpose
No.
to assist.
there.
It's not like it was the vital New York Central branch sign or something. No, it was just built for a mine.
It doesn't go to a town.
Yeah.
It goes to a hole in the ground. And as much as I don't like to see the loss of rail infrastructure, there are few things that probably would mean less to lose. Which is really unfortunate, because it's a really nice ride, but that is all it is, and it's all it will ever be unless we find something else useful under that ground. Which I somehow doubt, because they probably found it already.
Yeah, and I don't know why this article is called Birthday Body.
No.
Why did I nickname that? Oh, because they found his body and it was his birthday.
Okay, so
The
body
dude
was
killed
found
himself on his birthday.
Yeah, oh, okay. Because I was trying to figure that out. I was like, well, I don't see anything in this article about his birthday.
It's in there.
And yeah, it's in there right at the last sentence.
Yeah.
Guy died of something. Don't know why yet.
I mean,
But he was found on railroad tracks.
yeah. That's unfortunate.
That is.
It's just one of those things that people put the news in. It's like, oh, we should talk about. People want us to talk about this. Yeah. So we'll wrap these things up. Let's just speed run through our last pieces of news, and then I have a top 10 countdown from Trains Magazine of all the railroad news this year. So I'm excited for that. So what do?
All right, so lightning round. Okay,
lightning round, go.
Let's go to Florida. Regional
no.
Rail is going to acquire all the Pinsley short lines that are in Florida, and I think there are 2 of them. No, there's 3 of them. There's the Florida Central, Florida Midland. It's redundant. And the
Yeah, I was
Florida
about to
Northern.
say.
But yeah, I swear I thought there was Genesee, Wyoming at one point, but no.
The Florida
So the
Central,
regional
Florida
rail.
Midland, and Florida.
Yeah,
Northern. What's another synonym for middle?
For the
Florida Mean. No,
Florida Mean, yeah.
the hell-
Florida Mean, Florida Median, and Florida Mode.
the Florida median railroad.
But yeah, Regional Rail LLC is going to acquire all the pins at Shortlands.
Cool. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And now we're gonna go to now we're gonna go up to West Virginia.
Oh boy.
Mountain Mama.
The Durbin and Greenbrier Valley Railroad. They've restored since 2015. They've restored over 10 miles of their line between Cass and Durbin.
Very nice.
I don't know how much more they have to go, but since 2015, they replaced over 17,000 ties, repaired multiple washout, and that works out to about over 10 miles.
Oh.
Dang. Sorry, Jader, I got rid of your other article because it was a duplicate of the one that I had.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, wait.
I don't know how that slipped in there.
Hold on.
Hold up.
Okay, it happens.
Alright. Well, what else?
The Union Pacific appeals thing.
This is the guy that pooped on the engine, right?
Yeah.
We talked about him already.
Okay, we talked about him already.
Yeah. I
Sounds like
guess
a shitty situation.
you're getting a point.
Good.
Alright, so since we already talked about that one, Raleigh to Richmond.
Fast. Speed trains.
High-speed rail for Raleigh to Richmond just got a little closer to reality, and I can't tell ad blocker. Thank you.
Oof.
I've gotten into the habit of disabling my ad blocker on all these news sites because I'm just like, yeah, I just want to read these things.
I've disabled JavaScript on most of them. But
Screw you, Lancaster Online. You have to log in.
Yeah, see, that I can't get around.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not reporting that, but they're going to build.
They're going to build it.
Sorry.
Oh.
And Downey Scenic.
No.
they're
Repeat
gonna-
your news because I think I talked over you or didn't hear any of it.
Oh, Strasburg is building a yard. I think near Lehman Place, I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Are they going to put a turntable?
No.
Who knows? I didn't get to read the article because I didn't log in.
Can you text your grandmother? Does she have this?
My mom. My mom's in bed, so I can't ask her for her login. But, and then up in Maine, they are also going to build it, except not really. They already moved it. They took their depot and pushed it somewhere else, and now they are boarding passengers in Hancock, which should be easier for the crew and everybody who visits the railroad. And they're happy to keep increasing their ridership every year. Recently,
There's also a great article here because it's the same guys that are working on Main Central 470. There's also a pretty cool article here about them.
Yeah, I saw
And the
that.
engine.
It's like they're trying to get Maine's last steam engine. Like,
Yeah.
don't they
Maine's
have all the
last
2-foot stuff?
standard gauge steam engine.
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see the standard
easy,
gauge.
they're easy. They have plenty of
No,
2-foot.
well, no, because
not
I
enough,
read
but-
it and I'm like, wait, what about all the 2-foot
Yeah, I know.
things?
I guess they don't count. It is a lot newer than any 2-foot engine, I think. Oh wait, no, built 1924. I think it's newer than any surviving 2-foot engine. So yeah, it's in about 1,000 pieces right now. So I wish them luck. At least they have a building now.
Well, they've had a building for a little while, I think.
Yeah, they've had a building, but it is fairly recent that they actually got the thing.
Yes.
Alright, so now that that's done, let's count down the top 10. Shall we? Number 10. These are all from Trains Magazine. Top 10 stories. Number 10. The Transcontinental Railroad Anniversary. Well, we've talked about that one enough.
Yeah.
But isn't it awesome?
Who went to that? Yeah. Right?
3 people here.
Yeah.
And like a
Really?
million
That's
other
all-
people.
Really? That's only number 10?
That's number 10. Number 9
Wow.
is Genesee and Wyoming going private. So it is no longer a publicly traded company.
Damn. So I can't buy stocks in the P&W by...
No, you can't.
Ooh.
And
Not stonks.
that is coupled with its $4.8 billion sale to Brookfield Asset Management.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so that might shake things up. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Number 8 is the Amtrak cuts. Like the Hoosier State being cutting. If you're a fan of Amtrak, 2019 might be called a building year, similar to a major league team recouping from years of losses and woe. If you were just a passenger, you might wonder if you'd go back. So, they talk all about the cuts, the changes to the dining cars, etc., 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 and some minor changes, including some major deals that have gone on outside of Amtrak. But yeah, just the Amtrak cuts, etc. That's a shame. Number 7 is the death of Joe Boardman, who was Amtrak's longest-serving CEO and someone who really had a vision for what Amtrak should be and should have become. So, he was very, very critical of the company since his departure in September 2016, and he's really a loss from the railroad industry, especially the commercial railroad industry and commercial passenger industry.
Yeah, it's real.
Number 6 is the takeover of Hunter Harrison's Ghost, Precision Scheduled Railroading, engulfing just about every major railroad aside from, that other one that keeps threatening their employees.
The billionaire Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Refuses this.
And, yeah. So, Harrison's efforts to turn around at CSX, which were completed by his successor after his death in 2017, have then turned into PSR in NS, Union Pacific, KCS, KCS de Mexico, and CP was already there. I don't know about CN, but I don't know. CN is CN.
Yeah. And then BNSF's like, no.
BNSF is just doing their own terrible things.
Yeah.
As of late.
Yeah.
Number 5. This is kind of a mediocre one, but it's noteworthy anyway.
It's notable. But...
Number 5. Norfolk Southern Executive F units put up for sale. This is really your Foamers article. I feel like the other ones were a lot more major for railroad industry stuff.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I guess if this is what you care about, this is what you care about. But it is really important. These were really worked up F units, and they were flaunted by NS all the time. Yeah. And now they're gone. So that's kind of a shame.
Gone but not forgotten.
Gone but not forgotten. They live on in the hearts of foamers everywhere. Train's top 10 stories for 2019. Number 4, big main lines, short lines swapping ownership. There were a lot of sales, including the one that we talked about.
We're having a sale.
The CM&Q.
Yeah. In 2018, Trains editors forecasted that CSX would continue spinning off routes and route miles as so much sand between the toes of a company on the move. But CSX didn't do that. They did sell one thing to CN, but that was about it. CP bought the CM&Q, and UP possibly selling the Tennessee Pass. So things are changing, quickly. And we're really going to have to look in 2020 to see how this ends up, especially if those,
Yeah. Kind of like the 90s, where big railroads were selling off. Particularly SP.
Yep.
Was selling off a lot of branch line track.
Mm-hmm. And here's number 3. Commemorative locomotives blossom. And this is talking about the CP heritage units of all shapes and sizes.
Then Transit, Axle Heritage Unit.
Yep. CSX with its veterans units and first responders units and law enforcement units, which are all mostly pretty neat. NJT, the Wisconsin Great Northern getting repainting its SW600 into a Chicago Northwestern scheme, Metro repainting stuff, UP adding the employee pride locomotive with its big middle finger to its actual employees. But, you know, and CP is going to repaint 10 more in the classic maroon and gray paint scheme, which
stonks.
Nut.
Yeah.
I love it. Number 2, Wobtech. Wobtech's big year. Also the 150th anniversary for the George Westinghouse company. This Wobtech has officially merged with GE Transportation, which makes it the dominant locomotive maker and railroad equipment supplier in the Western Hemisphere. So, Wobtech, it was more of Wobtech getting GE instead of the other way around, which is pretty significant. And they opened a new headquarters building in downtown Pittsburgh, which is pretty cool. And number 1.
Of course.
What is number 1? Oh, yes. It's the big boy. Did nobody guess?
No, I thought it was the fact that Canadian Pacific and Canadian National were planning to merge.
I thought it was the fact that we got parts for our interurban car this year, but
I thought the number 1 would have been the Transcontinental Railroad.
Yeah. I
mean,
guess the Transcontinental Railroad takes a
Why is that not number 1?
I don't know.
I'm disappointed.
But one big boy.
The big boy is number 1.
To quote me in the one radio interview that I did while I was in Ogden, this is something that you've always been told. It's the world's largest steam locomotive. It's never going to get restored. It's never going to happen. It's too impractical for this, and that.
True.
But here we are, next to it.
Yeah.
And it's alive.
Yeah.
So you guys can read the train's top 10 on your own, but that is that for the news these past weeks. I appreciate everyone for tuning in, so let's play our favorite game that Eric cheats at. What is the latest train on Amtrak? Take your guesses. Do not look at the map.
The Canadian.
The Canadian is not an Amtrak train. You fail. Alright, I think I just found it, so it's not that hard to find. There are a lot of late trains on here, though.
Okay.
Alright, who do you want to start with?
You know what? I'm going to go end the decade off with the Southbound Coast Starlight.
Southbound Coast Starlight, eh? Alright. Who's next?
Okay. Let's do...
You know what? Okay, go ahead.
Let's do the Eastbound Zephyr.
Eastbound California Zephyr. Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna raise Milky and go with the northbound.
Oh.
Okay, Boomer.
And TJ is on the can.
Rip.
But I'm sure he would go with something.
Damn it. Poor time to go on the can, TJ.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Is he back yet? No.
No.
Alright, well, I'm not going to necessarily sit around here.
Yeah.
And so, the Eastbound California Zephyr, number 6, is either on time or 26 minutes late.
Okay, that's not bad.
Wait, what do you mean on time or?
Because there are 2 of them.
Oh, right.
The Southbound Coast Starlight is either 1 hour and 14 minutes late, or 4 hours and 23 minutes late.
Okay. That's about what I expected.
But it's not the latest train on Amtrak.
Oof.
Just for reference, there are 2 Lincoln service that are over 3 hours behind,
Okay.
which is not good, and a Pacific Surfliner that's an hour and a half behind. But, because Eric's the one that said it, the latest train on Amtrak is the northbound Coast Starlight
Damn it!
at 7 hours and 4 minutes late.
God damn. I was just being silly.
Sure you are.
I had a gut feeling I was
Nah.
on the Coast Starlight, but
Eric definitely cheats.
yeah.
I didn't look at the map.
You definitely cheated.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to be silly and go with the
You
opposite.
totally looked at the map.
I totally didn't.
I guarantee you. One of these
I
days, I'm
totally-
going to give the wrong answer and see if you correct me.
Oh boy.
You should start picking what you don't think it is.
Yeah.
You should pick the most on-time train on Amtrak.
Yeah. Now that'd be a game.
For the record, the Canadian is 10 and a half hours late. Just for
Oh,
comparison's sake.
Not bad by their standard.
No, not bad. Not good. But
Not good.
It was sad that the Cardinal was the one last time. Big sad, because the Cardinals got crapped on enough. I forgot what... I had a really good termination that I came up with during the, during under construction,
Boy.
but I forget what it was.
Terminus
So-
up promo.
So I don't know. We'll just have to reference people at that episode, and maybe they will be able to find the thing that I said that I thought was a good idea. Because
I'm
I
off the
can't
can.
remember it at all. Well, TJ, what do you think was the latest train on Amtrak?
Northbound. I don't know, northbound Coast Starlight or something.
You got it. Shut
Now,
up
him,
a
I
bit.
believe he looked at it.
That was it.
That I
No,
Wow.
I didn't know that. Wow, holy crap.
Okay.
Mighty suspicious.
See, him, I believe.
What if I went on
Because he just
Discord on
came
my
back
phone
like,
and listened
oh, you
this
know,
whole
it's probably
time?
the...
I mean, kind of what I expected.
No, because then my phone would get all the germs on it. I don't do that.
All the germs on it, yeah. I mean, they get all the germs on it. It gets all the germs on it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
touch
but
it.
you know what? I do what I can.
Yeah. Gets your germs on it. Alright, anyway. Jader?
It's the last podcast of the decade, my dudes.
Indeed.
I don't want to think about it.
We're getting older.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Okay, boomer.
Not a boomer. Okay, Zoomer. Alright, TJ?
Burger.
Can I get a burger? Oh, crap. Okay, well, I'll just copy that right over the way it is. Beast sugar. I don't remember what my termination was supposed to be, so see Under Construction episode 114 when it comes out, and that it's in there somewhere. I know it is. Milky?
Foreshadowing? It's 473 painted up for Union Pacific for a movie.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute. What? Why?
Hollywood.
And Eric?
There are no brakes on this train. See you next year in...
Also, alternate termination for myself is hashtag they were green, because I may have accidentally started a whole thing with a dumb comment. So, anyway, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. We'll see you all next decade.
Yep, see you in the
Bye-bye.
next decade.
Bye, everybody.